Yes, guys, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur with your boys Dave and Jack here for the biggest game of the season, the North London Derby. It's the one we've been waiting for all week, and it is less than half an hour out, 25 minutes out. Some interesting choices on both sides of the lineup, which we will get into. But everyone at home, get your beers out the fridge, get your food platter on the table, and get settled in for this North London Derby today. We are heading into the Lions' Den, not afraid, playing the best football in the league with a new mentality ready to take it to them. Let's turn up the heat on them, and let's rewrite the story of Tottenham going away to Arsenal. Jacko, how are you, my man?
I'm doing well, Dave. New mentality, new faces. I went on a Richie run this morning. It was pissing down rain, absolute sheets there. I was the only one even outside in the first place. Probably looked like a crazy person even being outside out there, let alone even wearing a Tottenham jersey, let alone even wearing a Richarlison jersey running around in the rain. Had the hoodie on as well. Kind of felt like I was in my sort of Rocky era or, in some kind where I was just sort of kind of feeling the pelts. Had so much rain even kind of, hitting me in the face. It was more of a shower than it really was kind of any sort of, kind of sweating, sort of exercise. But it was real vibes, Dave. I felt like I was kind of out there with the team, kind of going through kind of the elements, going through the nature of it. And yeah, Dave, I'm feeling, pink. I'm still a little flustered from it, still kind of, catching my breath, but as I should be, right? I try to get in sort of the mood, try to get in the mode of this North London Derby. I hope the boys themselves out there too are pushing themselves in the training beforehand. You want to see that adrenaline. You want to see in the first 10 minutes, the guys just, not even stopping. They're sprinting all about the pitch, forgetting that there's even 90 minutes, in that first 10 minutes. That's how you want them to come out the gates, because we know that the Arsenal are going to come out the gates very quickly. So let's meet them with their own. Mr. Ange Postecoglou, Dave, pulling off a curveball here. Definitely something that we did not anticipate, which we will definitely get into. We have the lineups, of course, on screen for you. And I think Dave, is going to announce them for you, because I think he's got that nice, clear, crystal voice, and he's going to have all the nicknames and everything for our boys in armor today. But Dave, I'm doing very well. Good to see so many of you guys in the chat. Already 140, maybe even 150 of you already in the chat here. Please, if you can, smash that like button. Keep getting your comments in, everybody. Let's get behind the team. Let's get behind the Spurs. Come on, you Tottenham.
Oh, Jacko, I can't wait. I just need to kiss the crest. Make myself feel so good heading into this game. Preempt drinking some Arsenal tears. Whoa, that
the umbrella good for the Tottenham tears, Dave.
Oh, they taste good, Jacko. Just the way I like it. But look, let's get into the lineups. Let's go through Tottenham's lineup and then go through the Filth's lineup as well. Of course, in goals, we have the one and only Big Vic, the Italian stallion, Venom Vicario. At right back, we have Pedro Porro, the postman who delivers UK-wide, including the toilet bowl. We have the one and only Romero, #Rombomb. Let's get that spamming in the chat. Out. We also have Mickey van der Tungen, partnership Rombomb. And then we have the big dog, Adoji, at left back, ready to pocket the one and only Boom Shakalaka. Then, in midfield, we do have the star boy, the one and only Papa Maasar with James Maddison. No nickname there, just Premier League August Player of the Month. Beat that. And then also you have the one and only Kulu Sexy, match winner last weekend. And then you have Son Naldo back in the team with new boy Brennan Johnson. Now, they do have Brennan Johnson up front, Son off the left and Kulu on the right. Whether it pans out like that, let's wait and see. I have a feeling it could be Brennan Johnson on the right, Kulu on the left, with Son up front. Let's wait and see how that exactly pans out. Then you go into the Arsenal lineup. You've got David Raya, the guy we turned down, in goal. Then you also have the tan in bed merchant, Mr. White, at right back. Then at centre back, you have Salima and Gabriel. And then at left back, you have Mr. Team Huddle, Mr. Sinchenko. Then in midfield, you have, who is it? You have Declan Rice, you have Martin Odegaard, and Fabio Ferreira. And then up front, you have Gabriel Jesus, Nketiah, and Saka. Now, it remains to be seen whether Nketiah or Gabriel Jesus take up that starting spot. But look, Jack, let's talk about our lineup. New boy, big boy Brennan Johnson came off the bench last week, only for, a toenail offside, took his goal very well and had a really good impact. Do you think he deserved to start today? Brave call.
It's a big call, and there's something also to be said about how when he was first even linked with us, again, Dave, I sort of said, does Ange see him as a striker? Because I sort of like everybody was, no, Jack, I think he's going to be more of a winger. And I could see him still operating on the right a lot. But there's just this feeling in me that he does see maybe Brennan Johnson as this guy that can just sit on the shoulder of that, backline, and, someone like a Pedro Porro, someone like a Madison can just thread him through, can play those balls in behind and be able to find his runs because he has the pace where if you do catch him, like you pretty much no one's going to find him. No one's going to be able to, catch up with him. So Brennan Johnson, I think is a real kind of option for us that maybe we've never had sort of up top in kind of this way without kind of moving Sonny sort of into the middle, right? In order to have this sort of pace, this sort of kind of timing of runs. Also, I do kind of rate his finishing. I do feel like he has an exceptional finish on him. This is actually a big call from Ange Postecoglou. I definitely was caught by surprise of it. I did not see it coming at all. But when he was even first sort of signed with the club, I kind of always thought that maybe Postecoglou sort of had plans for him as maybe more of a striker, as kind of somebody to be as an alternative to Richarlison, or also guess Sonny. I guess multiple players now have been kind of this alternative to Richarlison up front. Keeping Sonny on the left is going to be interesting. I guess that's probably to keep kind of Ben White's maybe influence going forward, kind of to a minimum, right? He's going to have to be pretty busy, right, with somebody like Sonny. Yeah. So that's actually going to be good for us. And then maybe Destiny Udogie can kind of do the same to Bukayo Saka. But unlike maybe Ben White, Destiny Udogie, I think, can still offer something going forward. So I'm looking forward to definitely that key battle down the left there. And Brennan Johnson, Dave, I'm looking forward to it. It's a fresh face to this North London derby. It's an interesting call because there kind of are already, right, a lot of fresh faces, a lot of new faces to this team. But yeah, big call from Ange Postecoglou. Did not see it coming. We got the predicted lineup wrong on that case, but looking forward to it. And also we have a certain Monor Solomon and or Richarlison who can be big impacts off the bench.
Yeah, look, it's an absolutely huge call by Postecoglou. Sorry, we need to correct that, Jack. It's Postecoglou. An absolutely huge call by him. But look, it's a brave one. And what I will say is if Spurs fans don't know what the front three looks like, neither does Arteta. So maybe that might play into our hands. That'd be absolutely beautiful. Look, Brennan Johnson, let's see what the kid's got, right? Let's see what he's got to offer. At some stage, you have to play him, and I would argue no bigger test than today's game to give him a go and let's see what he can do. Very, very interesting call, though. Look, with Richie, I think maybe slightly harsh after the impact he had off the bench last week. Yeah. But hopefully Richie uses that and as fuel so that when he does come off the bench, Jack, he can use it again to maybe go and affect the game. And I think it's a huge call also. What I will say is Valise is on the bench today as well, people. I do not expect him to really see any minutes. I think he's more on the... Huh?
Yeah. Sorry, but interesting to see him on the bench nonetheless. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it is interesting, Jack, but for me, I think he's more on the bench because we've no Perisic, right? We've no Gale, people like that, and we probably do need another attacking option off the bench just in case. However, I would make the argument, I think someone like Donnelly or Sunsup Bell deserved the call-up ahead of Elise. He came on against Colchester and missed 4 chances, and every single one of them should have been put in the back of the net. So, I'd argue how ready is he for this game. I think someone like Donnelly or Sunsup Bell, Sunsup Bell played off the right. He's proven that he can play there, and Donnelly can play left, right, or through the middle, and he's proven. So, for me, I think you'd have more versatility by bringing one of them guys on the bench. However, look, if the kid does come off the bench today, let's see what he's got. One thing I will say is he put himself in the right position. Maybe that finishing wasn't there, but look, Jacko, the chat is building up. It's piling up. Let's get into it.
Let's see what they have to say. Good to see you all, everybody in the Flat Cap Army. Thanks for joining us on the North London Derby Match Day. Let's gather together. Let's come together here. Let's get behind this mighty Tottenham Hotspur here. Dave H. earlier today, grabbing that Flat Cap membership. Thank you, Dave H. Absolute legend. Stevie Frazier's in the house. No Trossard is good, but my stomach is always doing bits. I'm seeing a SAR winner come on you Spurs. Stevie, I think a lot of people in the chat have predicted a SAR winner. He makes those late runs into the box, right? He could always, end up with an unexpected goal. And Kamikaze saying Johnson gets his start on the left. Get in there, lads. I think he's going to be playing maybe more down the middle unless Sonny's playing through the middle, and maybe Johnson's on the left. Maybe Google got it wrong there, Kamikaze. Mark's in the house as well. Good to see you, Mark, part of the Mark Army. Big up to Lazy 8 as well. 2 to 3 to the true North Londoner, Sar Boy, to score. Another prediction for the big Sar Boy to score. He's going to be the star boy today, Mr. Lazy 8. Good to see you in the house. A big day for us over here in Brooklyn. And sorry for, kind of hurting your eyes earlier today if you saw a crazy man, running with that Richarlison jersey, in the rain. Big up to Ribsy85. Come on, you Spurs. Let's go. Big up to Ribsy85. Just a harmless potatoes in the house as well. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to Just a harmless potato. Mark New. Big up to Mark New. He says, big up, Dave and Jack. Fasten your seatbelts, lads. This will be quite a roller coaster ride. The North London Derby is here. In Ange we trust. We never stop. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Big up to you, Mark New. Absolute legend. He's doing the fist pumps. He's going to be doing limbs if we get that goal today. Big up to you, Mark New. And also, I think he predicted a 99th minute winner via VAR and also some Brazilian involvement in it. So Mark New has created a fantastic script for us today if it were to come true. Big up to you, my man. Shem Tam is in the house as well. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, Jack and Dave and the Flat Cap Army. Can we please win so I don't have to hear my younger brother gloating all next week? Getting really old now. I'm pretty sure, Dave, you are spared of any family members, on the Arsenal side. And
not allowed.
You have to feel for some people out there that, it's just predicament that they just have to go through, every year.
I'd put it down to the parenting, Jack. If I came home and said to my old lad, I want to be an Arsenal fan, I'd be told I'm on the streets, and he'd follow through with it and not let me back in the door until I converted, so, I'd put it down to the parenting. That should never be allowed to happen where one's Arsenal, one's Tottenham. That's wrong. Should be both Tottenham. Big up, Shem Temple, my legend.
The regulars in here. Always good to see the regular Warrior without a master's in here as well. Absolute legend, Warrior. Stevie Webb's in here. Good afternoon, Dave and Jack. On FOTMob, it's Johnson up front. Is this correct? Can anyone let me know, please? According to Google as well, my friend. According to Google as well. Dark Sun G is in the house. Big up to you, Dark Sun G, saying, come on, you Spurs. No Martinelli and Trossard for Gooners today. Let's win.
Huge.
Nketiah and Jesus, Dark Sun G. Two strikers that he's gone with. I felt like Trossard was available. Is he on the bench or is he available for them on the bench? I'm not too sure.
He's not available at all. He's out injured.
So it's just, something that maybe he's been forced to do here. It could be something that they're just forced into. It could, I don't know. I don't really see it being, something that's going to really benefit them at all. They could still be very effective. I think Gabriel Jesus, let's be honest, caused us more problems than Nketiah, I think really has in North London derbies. At least that's my opinion. And also they both kind of offer too that, pretty decent pressing, they have good hold up play, and we'll see how we handle them. But it is a relief to not see Martinelli actually coming up against a Pedro Porro, or even a Trossard to come up against a Pedro Porro, or even if it was Emerson at right back. I mean, they're just both effective wingers. They're both very clever, and they also know they know their roles very well in this Arsenal team. So whereas Nketiah is going to probably be more uncomfortable, you would say, out on that wing, or Jesus.
Look, for me, Jack, I actually think it works in our favor, right? Trossard, good on the ball, good cross on the ball, good player at playing balls in behind, and a good shooter of the ball, right? Out. Martinelli, I'd argue their biggest danger man this year, the guy that's created most havoc in that Arsenal team, out. Gabriel Jesus hasn't hit the heights he was once at. And Nketiah, honestly, I feel like I just don't rate him. I do not rate him, and I think that's the difference between Arsenal win the league, not win the league, is having someone like him. For me, the only danger man is Saka today to look after, and I think Odoji already pockets him. So for me, I think it limits their options going forward, and could play into our hands here today, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Because you look at Nketiah, Jack, and Gabriel Jesus, right? They're not a passer of a ball, they're not a crosser of a ball. No. So they're more running direct at you. So that I think we can handle it, right?
No, you're right. And when you think of Martinelli, what he's effective at is running out his man, and then he usually is good at setting somebody else up with that sort of kind of slip pass, inside the box, or he just sort of is good at taking it into the penalty area and just causing problems from there. And I feel like an Nketiah or Jesus are decent, ball carriers, but they're not going to be nearly as creative, I think, in setting others up, and it's going to definitely in some way at least be to our advantage, Dark Sun G. And also too, right, it's going to be, Pedro Porro is just, potentially is going to have more freedom, more time, on the ball, maybe in this game. If they, aren't as clean with it, or if they end up giving up possession more too, then it just gives Pedro Porro more opportunities to hurt them. He also follows up by saying, good to see Valise on the bench and see Johnson as well get a start. I'm happy to see Johnson get a start. I always enjoy a nice curveball, something that I didn't expect, in a game. And he's definitely thrown one us here, Ange Postecoglou, Dark Sun G. And Alejo Valise, I mean, from what I can tell, he's absolutely ginormous for a kid of his age. He looks like, a guy that will, in a few years' time, be able to handle himself in the Premier League. But if you were able to catch any of the under 21s, Dark Sun G, Dave is right. June Suits Up Bell had a terrific game.
Unreal.
Jamie Donnelly had a terrific game. Lancashire had a great game. Majority of that starting 11 all had fantastic games. I would say almost all of them should probably deserve, maybe just some sort of, feature on the bench. And it's no discredit to Valise. It's just that he came off the bench. I don't know if he's even fully fit or anything like that yet either. So it's just kind of a variety of things. But big up, Dark Sun G. Good to see you in the house. North London Derby Day, Dark Sun G. Come on, my man. DB's in here. Good to see DB. Chem62's in the house as well. Big up to Chem62. Dale Bradford, yes, it is a Prospect Park run, my friend. Just around here this morning. Donovan Osterreicher, member for 15 months as a fan show member, saying, try to decide if I want a curry with a side of rice or a Chinese. My teammate is a gooner, been taking the disrespect all week, biding my time. Come on, you Spurs. Donovan, stay patient. Just come out. Once, we get through these 90 minutes, if we come out on the other side, the victors are in any way, feeling good, feel free to unleash on him, my friend. You've been bottling it up inside. You've been taking it all week, like you said. Feel free to give it back to him. But what would you say to him, Dave, when it comes to the decision on dinner tonight? Or I guess whatever it might be. It might be breakfast, lunch. I don't care, Donovan. Sounds good.
Well, look, Jack, as the designated food person on this channel, right, the meal decider of the Irish Hotspur, I would say, personally, I would go with a Chinese. Donovan. I think you'll get better enjoyment out of it. And I think it'll go down very well with a Tottenham win, my man. Big up, Donovan. Let's go, brother. Come on. I can't wait.
Come on, Donovan.
9 minutes out.
Donovan.
Come on.
Big up to you, Donovan. Hopefully you're keeping well, my man. And it's good to see as well. Daniel Larson, he's saying, I'm dying with nerves. And then that makes sense. But I mean, Daniel, I must say, my friend, if these are any of the North London derbies to go into, a bit more confident, a bit more kind of loose, I would say this is the one. Get behind it, Daniel. Come on, my friend. Good to have you with us today. Peter M's in here as well. Big up to you, Peter M. Kev Williams grabbing that flat cap membership. Big up to you, Kev Williams. Lisa as well is in the house. Big up to you, Lisa. Adrian Chia saying, big up, lads. Speedy Johnson on the left as the overload. It feels like it's a debate between whether he's going.
Oh, I think your audio's gone, Jacko.
Oh.
Yeah, he's back. So, yeah, look, when it comes to Johnson, my man Adrian Chi, I mean, look, we could probably compete at the next Olympics with some of the players we've got, right? You've got Van de Ven, you've got Brennan Johnson, all very, very quick players. So, look, for me, on the left as an overload, look, very well could be. Let's wait and see. It's very hard to know where he's going to play because, he can play up front, but he can also play off the right as well. He can play anywhere across the front tree, same as Son, really, and I'd argue Kulu could too, so it'd be very interesting. Maybe it could be a fluid one where you could maybe see them interchanging throughout the game. Yeah,
exactly that. I just took the words out of my mouth. You could see them rotating at some point. Big up to you, Adrian Gia. If you were able to catch that video of our members' scripts, my friend, and, hopefully you took, some of them, because there were some terrific scripts that we were given. Big up to you, my man. Tottenham teachers in the house. Good to see you, Tottenham teacher, out in the West Coast this morning. Big up to you, as well as Paul Connor. Big up, Paul Connor. Come on, Paul. Big North London Derby match day, my man. Hopefully you're keeping well. Thanks for tuning in, my man. Martin Knightbridge as well joining us. Big up to you, Martin Knightbridge. Big up to Gabrielle Wan as well as Andy Wen. And also Dark Sun G saying North London Derby debuts for Mads, Van de Ven, Udoji, Johnson, Basuma, and Poro. Like I said, Dark Sun G, so many debutantes, so many guys, fresh faces to this match. And a lot of them have good mentalities, but this is a huge game. This is one where they have the right mentalities for it, but you still have to realize, you want people with experience in this. So guys like Sonny are going to need to be, the ones that have been in these battles before, that can sort of show them the ropes, kind of explain to them what it means to the fans, as well as kind of just, how it's like, with Arsenal, how they come out the gates, etc. I think, a lot of it is going to be a learning experience, for them, Dark Sun G. So it's going to be interesting for sure. And I feel like I do back, though, a lot of those guys' mentality. Pedro Porros, Basumas, Johnsons, Udogis, Van de Vens, and Madisons. I think they all have terrific mentalities. And that's also because of Ange, because of Paratici. We've been trying to turn that around by bringing in guys with much better mentalities. Big up, Dark Sun G. Top man. David Shire also saying, come on, you Spurs, kill them with the press and pace 3-1. Big up, Davey. Come on, my man. The David Army's behind this today. Come on, you Spurs. And hopefully you're keeping well today, David Shire. Absolute legend. Angel Matos as well, saying when Udoji gets home tonight, he'll pull out his keys, wallet, and after digging down real deep, he'll find Saka in there. Come on, you Spurs. I'm absolutely buzzing. Good to see you on North London Derby Day, Angel.
No, good to see you, Angel, my man. Look, people don't know how good a Doji is. Today's the day the world is about to find out. After today, in games like today's game, when you put in performances like that, is when everyone starts to stand up, take notice, and really look into how good this guy is. And today is that day. Look, Saka, Doji, in terms of a physicality battle, it's no match. Doji wins that all day long. In terms of a sprint battle, I think they're just as quick as each other. So again, where does Saka get joy today? I'm not so sure where he's going to get it, but absolutely, Angel, I cannot wait for this. It's time, Doji announced himself on the world stage. And, look, also, let's not count out what he does going forward, right? He's got up forward, had some lovely link-up play this season, goes, crosses into the box. I think he set up Kulusevski against Bournemouth, for a goal there. So, this guy, I cannot wait to see him. And also, big up Davey as well, my man. Absolute legend. Let's take the game to them early. In years gone by, the first 20 minutes, it's come into effect because we've gone in there to sit back and contain them, right? And try and see out that 20 minutes. We ain't going to do that this time round. We're going to press them and look to pin them back. So be interested to see how they cope with it and see if we can neutralise that 20 minutes by going on the front foot. So big up Mr. Sharn, big up Angel. You guys are getting me absolutely pumped.
We have our own pace. We have our own press now. You guys, come on. Let's absolutely use it against them. Bottom Duda saying, avoid conceding early, and we should be good. Would you be happy with the draw? I mean, with the way the record has been, Bottom Duda, I think it's a good starting place. And believe me, I think the difference between my reactions between a draw and a win would be considerable. Like, I think if we did get a win, I think I'd probably be delirious. But at some stage, you have to just take what you can get in these North London derbies because it's been so long since we've actually gotten a real result. Even in times when we've played well, we've actually been unlucky because there's been individual mistakes. There's been mistakes from the referees. There's been, bad just lapses of concentration, just sort of bad individual moments. Maybe we didn't take our chances, in certain times when we could have to try to get ahead and they came back and used the momentum of the crowd. There's so many different times where I would say we didn't even really play all that bad, but then just something or some way just sort of gets in our way and we end up just sort of, unfolding and it's hard. That's the thing in North London derbies. It's really easy to sort of kind of, lose your nerve, end up sort of kind of, unfolding and just sort of let the team kind of just come over you. And it's up to this team to hold their nerve for the first 20 minutes. Like you say there, don't concede early. But I must say, Bottom Dude, even if we did, I still kind of back these guys to at least make somewhat more of an effort maybe than in seasons past to try to get after it because we do have, it seems like that sort of confidence in ourselves, at least right now in what we're doing, that even if we do concede, we can still try to grab our own goals or we can still try to get back into it. But I must say in a North London derby away from home, you just don't want to concede early. It does, really invite the crowd in there, gets them all that momentum. They start to look for blood, all that sort of kind of things. Right. So a good point, Devon Duda. Absolutely. And let's hope if they can hold their nerve here. Come on, Tottenham.
And look, let's make no mistake about this just quickly because we are 2 minutes out. 2 minutes, everybody. If you need to go to the toilet, go now. If you need to do anything, go now and get back in time for the couch. By the way, referee's name is Rob Jones. So if there's anything that guy, decisions being dodgy made and stuff like that, he's your guy to go after. Dark Sun G will love that. But look, the bottom do. Look, let's be honest, right? Arteta's what, 4 or 5 years into the rebuild, hundreds of millions of pounds spent on it. We're 6 games in and spent, a quarter of the money they have, a fraction of the money they have. So for me, we get a draw. It's a better result for us. A much better result for us.
Good point.
The fact that, we've been able to close the gap so quickly compared to how long it's took them to get there. And look, like I keep saying to people, and this is the last thing I'll say, is everyone goes on like Arsenal are something to be scared of. Oh, they're title challenges. Name me another season where so many other teams fall off. Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United only got going near the end of the season. You know, so many teams that are usually up and around there competing for them spots all fell off last year, and the World Cup in the middle of the season. They benefited from that. They're not as good as everybody says, and we're going to show that today.
Love it, Dave. Absolutely love it. Chopped Liver, #1 fan. Thank you, Chopped Liver. Top man. Appreciate it. And he's bouncing around. He's happy clapping. He's getting ready. Get in there. Come on, Chopped Liver. Thank you for the support, my friend. Hopefully you have maybe some good bevies, on the side, nice cold Coke, or, maybe the beers are out, maybe the beers are up. If, like someone said, if you hate Arsenal, absolutely love it, Chopped Liver. Really appreciate your support, my man.
Big up Chopped Liver. Do you know what? I've images Chopped Liver. You're getting me pumped, my man. So is my Monster Energy and Tim's songs before the game as well. But I have visions of us doing stand up. If you hate Arsenal, stand up. With the last 10 minutes to go, and I really hope it ends that way. Let's go. 1 minute out. 1 minute out. And big up Al Ben as well, coming in there. And he also says, let the Ange ball begin. Absolutely spot on, brother.
Come on, Al.
Let's go.
Al. Let's let the Ange ball take over. Sit back, let the Ange ball take over. Huge game, absolutely massive, a huge test for us, and let's see what Spurs are made of. But at the same time, I'm happy with how we've been playing thus far. I'm really excited, going into this one. I'm confident in what the boys are capable of. Let's see how we do this. And also the Outlad said as well, their hairdresser played a blinder. Good omen.
Yeah, they're probably in there. Look, Gabriel Jesus has a fresh cut. Look at him, the hairdresser was probably on call all last night, But look, that's the thing, especially Declan Rice, right? He likes to pose around the pitch rather than actually affect the game. Tottenham getting their huddle in front of the away fans, and they're in full voice. Come on! Let's go. Let's get at these dwellers. Let's send them back to South London. Let's call in the delivery men or the removal men and send them back where they belong. Come on, you Spurs. Fucking let's beat these filth. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. Big Ange looking ready.
Dark Sun G saying, FYI, Rob Jones was the ref for the Brentford away day. Good to know, Dark Sun G. Good to know.
Big up Dark Sun G. He's all over it.
Great result for us. I don't remember, and that's not a good sign though, because he gave away that bad penalty, Dark Sun G.
True.
But get that clock ready, Dave.
Oh, it's ready to go.
About to get kicked off here. They're ready for battle. Ready for war. Come on, lads.
Let's go. Come on, you Spurs. We're underway.
Oh, we're already going back to Big Vic.
Look at that. They're trying
cool
to press
man in the house.
Mickey Van de Ven.
Van de Ven with the blue shorts, Dave. You called it.
I told you yesterday. I told you, and Kieran.
Oh, Kieran, if you're listening, probably owe Dave a $5. Dark Sun G, Rob Jones is already on it. He's already playing a little bit of babysitting.
Fabio Vieira already on the ground crying. That's what we want. Smash Rudy Woody. Oh, good tackle.
Come on, lads. Even also the hairdresser played a blinder on the referee as well.
Yeah, it looks like he was in their dressing room, Jack. I think, we need to investigate that.
Ooh, Adoji's already thrown in his initial shoulders. He's getting them in.
He already made Saka look like a schoolboy with that shoulder. Come on.
Come on, Ange. Stoic Ange.
Big
Ange.
Venom into Van de Ven. Ref, book him. That's petulance.
Go back to Stoic Ange.
Look at the Clockwork Boys. Look, what do they call themselves? The Clock End Boys. More like the Bell End Boys. Come on, Tottenham. Van de Ven to Big Vic.
They have the bucket hats on for all the Gooner tears that will be on them later.
Well, Jack, someone has to go and collect them, right? It's all right. It's all right. Romero, too calm.
A little loose. Oh, give it away, though.
We got away with that. They need to sharpen up back there.
Come on, Roms.
Gabriel Jesus looks like he's carrying a knock, Jacko.
Also, Lazy 8 earlier said that Gabriel Jesus permanently It looks like his face. He says his face looks like his mom, hasn't picked him up from practice or something like that. That's his
Yeah.
face. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, Basuma, pop him
He
that
looks
star.
like-
Pop him on the
Oh,
break.
lovely touch from
Sarboy
Basuma.
into
Left
James
him at the
Madison.
star. Matters
Sonny's
here.
playing up front.
Spread
James
it wide to
Madison is on
Johnson.
the left. Oh, Johnson is on the left. Johnson cuts in. Can he have a shot? Oh! It's gone out for a corner kick, blocked. So, guys, just to confirm the front three, it looks like Kulu on the right, Johnson on the left, and Sonny up front. Johnson had a chance on his debut, his start, to cut inside on the right-hand foot, gets the shot off, doesn't really make great connection with it either. Lucky to get in the corner there, but that is a good breakaway from Tottenham. Start as you mean to go on, and Gabriel Jesus is limping around after a rom-bomb special.
Big up Slips. Appreciate that, my man. If anybody feel free to, if you want to catch up with us or, wait for us, feel free to do so. Ball in here. Basuma!
Sonny! Yes! He's offside. He's offside.
He's off.
VAR, come on.
Initial
VAR.
limbs are not going too crazy.
Let's check it.
Not going too crazy. Come on, please tell me. What if Sonny's on?
Oh, if he's on, this is brilliant. No, he's off. He's way off. Oh, but that's the start we want. That's the start we want. We've got them on the back foot, Jacko. We're going to quieten down this crowd. We're going to turn it into the library, and we're going to do them.
Oh, and White's already looking for his tanning salon.
He's already already looking for an out. New rule, Jacko. You're not allowed to make me laugh. Every time you make me laugh, my chest goes. Right, guys. I think it's time to bring up the stats for everyone. Who wants them?
Pedro Porro. Not sure what earned a free kick there. I didn't see what it was for, but Romero over to Mickey. Back to Big Vic. Big Vic out to the Rombomb. Rombomb, man on.
Ah, cool as you like. Probably a bit too cool, Jacko.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so good on the ball, though, so I just sort of trust him.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, he's in a way though, like if you got a cool Romero, that's a rare occasion.
Yeah.
You gotta have a cool, confident Romero.
Van de Ven.
Romero again here. Oh, nice pass.
Good ball into Madison. Back to Basuma, and we're out.
Nicely
Basuma
done.
to Sar. Sar boy. Sar Torre bursting through the middle like a prime stallion onto Matters.
Doji.
The big dog. Woo.
Rombomb thinking. Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Flips it past him.
Into Biss.
Breaks the lines.
To Sar.
There you go, Sar boy. Pedro Porro out to Basuma.
Ball.
Keeps good control there. Come on, Kulu.
Lay it off.
Nice, Kulu. Oh, it's a little heavy, though. There you are.
Sar.
Nice, Kulu.
Madison just couldn't
Bouncing
get it under
around.
control. Odegaard. Out wide.
Spread it out wide to Saka here.
Can Adoji handle him?
Oh, Johnson.
Yeah,
Tracking
it's
back.
dealt
Good
with.
work
It's
by
dealt
Johnson.
with. It's dealt
Good
with.
work.
Oh, the
Johnson,
big
get on your horse,
the way
man.
out.
Get on your horse. Come on, put on the burners, baby. Come on, Johnson.
Choo-choo. Let's go. Oh, he's just ran it out. He's just ran it out. Saka, look at that. He's on the ground crying. Keep crying. Cry more. Jack, let's get the hats out. Start collecting them. Tears.
Johnson's trying to already show the track speed.
Be the guy. You saying Johnson.
He's saying Johnson.
Come on, Tottenham.
Joff is in the house. Good to see you, Joff from Perth. Saying the Gooners are already complaining to the ref. It's customary, Joff.
Yeah, it's what we want. It's what we want.
Basuma. What foul off the ball? It looks like maybe Pedro Porro on Gabriel Jesus. It was a good chance for us there. Basuma almost got stuck in the middle of the pitch there.
That's what we like to see.
Oh, it was Rombomb on Jesus. Oh, you'll have to see it.
The big Rom.
He's making Jesus uncomfortable. Jesus still looking for his mommy. Big up to Tyler. Good to see you this morning, Tyler.
Big up, Big T. How you keeping, my man? Good
Falling
start.
behind for Nketiah here. Oh, Mickey. Just showing him the floor. Show him the pace as well.
I think Nketiah will think twice about that next time.
Oh, Big Vic, nowhere to go. Not a great pass from Pedro Porro there. Didn't really have anywhere to go, Big Vic.
Does he manhandling Saka? Saka's getting crying, you know. He keeps throwing his arms around the place, begging the referee. We need to try and, keep the ball a little bit better, but it's a good start for the opening 7 minutes. Of course, don't forget we had a disallowed goal.
Shikari shocked, saying, Christ, Dave, how can you drink a monster during a match? The monster, the mother of all nerve janglers. The caffeine would have me sucking my thumb in the corner of the room behind the couch.
Do you know what? These are the teams. This is the team, though. I don't come into these games afraid or, for me, it's derby. You come out, you front up. Even if you lose, so what? Deal with it after. You come out, you show the pride in your team, you back your boys. And I look forward to these games, Jack. This is what I live for, Yeah. I don't get scared going into these games at all. It's a ball into the box.
Doji. That's off Saka. That's off Saka.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Doji, Saka, fascinating battle. Everything's coming down Saka's side, and Doji's dealing with him. Saka knows he's in for a tough afternoon. He's got the facial expressions that he wants to cry. Cry more. Hashtag Richie.
Big Vic taking his time. Look how methodical he is. Rambam. Out wide to Pedro Porro.
Prison warden. Good ball. Into
Kulu. Sir.
You got a
hold of him.
Well done.
Oh, well done. Lovely.
So he's
tripping all over him. Ref.
Give him a yellow.
Sir.
That's it. Touch him up. Touch him up. Get him.
I love it, boss.
That's
Talk to him, boss. Talk to him, boss.
Feel him. Let him know you're here. Let him know this is Basuma's turf.
Big up to Kula Sexy Football. Big up all different team, different feel with the team. All in on the ref, not being a red. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, no reds this time, please.
Big Vic into Basuma out to fan event. It's so easy. They're chasing shadows. Should be the name of their next movie or their next documentary. Amazon, you can thank me later. Chasing shadows, all or not in Arsenal.
Big Vic, taking his time.
Oh,
it's going long now. No one there to meet the run. They were holding back Kulusevski. Yeah. I think he was trying to hit it long to Kulu, I believe, and they were holding him back.
Arsenal on the breakout.
Kulu, love it.
That'll do. Land on top of him.
Oh, look at Kulu there also as well. I love the, the stare down, as well.
They're just letting Arsenal know we're there, Jack. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, we're showing a few weight rooms, a few times, just reminding them that, the weight room in our club is a little superior.
Gabriel's gone long. Zinchenko, the huddle merchant. Papa Matt Sarr chasing on that ball. Big up, King Hoddle. Great to see you. Zinchenko dancing his way through. Out to Jesus. Zinchenko back to Gabriel.
Oh.
Go on, Sonny. Go on, Sonny. Get the pressure on, kid. Gabriel. Zinchenko. Arsenal.
Good shape from Spurs.
Yeah, very good shape. Oh, that's a poor ball by Zinchenko. Brennan Johnson. He looks a little bit nervous, I must say. Destiny Odoji, ref, that's his second. That's his second foul on Odoji, Saka.
They're not even trying, ref. They're not even actually trying to win it.
That's number 2, Jack, inside 11 minutes. How many more is he going to let him have?
Not even a genuine tackle, ref. You got to get it under control here.
We're struggling to get the ball into the, out of our half at this moment in time.
Oh, Kulu. Oh, a little bit of skill.
Ref.
And a little bit
Kulu
of strength.
on the ball. Out to Basuma. Give it to Johnson. Johnson picks it up. Into Van der Ven.
Rambam.
Good ball into Sarr. To Porro. Oh, great ball to Kulu. He's offside, no? No, he's not.
Yeah, he's probably off. Maybe he's not.
No, he hasn't given it. The Porinator. Into Biss. Tottenham just trying to keep a bit of possession here. Madison back to Basuma. Arsenal, I have to say, they're pressing. They are pressing backwards.
Lovely into Pedro. Pedro, man. Ah, Yatsar.
We are struggling to get the ball out of our half into their half. They're pressing. They've got to press straight up through the middle. They're leaving us get the ball out wide, and as soon as we get it, then they're pressing out there. It's a very organised press here by Arsenal, I must say. Romero. Into Sarr. That's lazy by Sarr and Basuma. Madison picks it up. That's not a free kick. He won that. Get up, Madison. That's just poor. That's a shit pass. Arsenal on the breakout. Oh, it's bad. They give it straight back to us. Way. Good start by Tottenham, though. 12 minutes in. Hopefully silencing down that crowd, Jacko.
Yeah, 12 minutes in. Still plenty to play. Still plenty to sort of happen. I just feel like Spurs are just trying to get some touches on the ball. It's all right that we're not, breaking them down entirely. We have had some moments, but not a great giveaway. Or
Basuma gets the ball dislodged.
Spurs here.
Saka on the ball. Fronting up
One-on-one with the Doji. One-on-one. Ball in.
Ball in. Back post. Gabriel Jesus. What a save by Big Vic. What a save by Big Vic. Ball to the back post.
Saka, it's not over, though.
Do not foul him.
We're not out of here.
Go on, Johnson. Well done. Well done, kid.
It's okay.
Win something. Ref. Yes.
Well done. There you go.
What a save by Big Vic Vicario. Basuma gets dislodged in midfield for like the second or third time already this game. He needs to wake up a little. Saka gets a half a yard, puts it towards the back post. Jesus gets it on target, and what a save by Vicario. He done very well to get that right across the goal. He could have easily come off his hand and went in. That's a great save.
That's a crack save. He hit it into the ground, Jesus, as well, which makes it actually harder to even track it. That's a crack save.
Unreal
that
save.
Looked like a decent finish, actually. It looked like actually a decent finish with this, first time with the left back post.
Porro needs to stay switched on.
Pure reactions.
Porro has to be aware of that next time. Brennan Johnson wins that. Sonny. Come on, son. You got to be stronger than that, kid. Porro has to be aware of that, though, Jack. That's not going to be the first time they're going to hit that towards the back post. They'll try that again after getting joy.
Oh, Doji with the yellow already.
Oh, that's not good. 15 minutes in already on a yellow card. Hang on. So Saka's already had 2 bites of a Doji, no yellow card. A Doji's had his first bite and he gets a yellow. How does that work?
Looks like did he win it? He's a little late. Not even that late, though. Not even that late.
On him twice. Oh, look, it's because he's
the Lego man.
Lego head's
it's like a little cherry.
Someone punch him. Hate him. Absolutely spies him.
Jeez, it's like a little rocket man running around.
How's he booking a Doji already? Look at Odegaard, thank you. That's another trim at half-time. Joke.
Come on, lads.
So if you're forward, you're allowed to get away with tackles, I guess.
Come on, Tottenham.
Rob Jones already at it. Ben, why will you take the free kick? What's wrong with you? No, Doji, bad pass. They're in. Oh, what a save by Big Vic. Van de Ven and Doji need to wake up there. Doji went to back pass just after the yellow card. He looks a bit nervous after the yellow. Van de Ven not reading it. Van de Ven just leaves it. Iketia gets onto it, and it's
Big
a great
Vic.
save
What
by
a
Big
save,
Vic.
man. Another close range as well. It's close range again.
Arsenal's starting to get on top, and that's because Tottenham cannot get the ball out of our own half. Doji, come on, kid. Don't get rattled now. It's a corner.
No,
Don't let
clear, please. Udoji, get out there, Kulu.
Stay switched on. Everyone mark up. It's a ball over the top.
Oh.
It's Gabriel Jesus. Well done, Sarr. Vic, get rid.
Nicely done, Big Vic.
Go on, Sonny.
Come on, Sonny. Yes,
Go on,
Sonny.
Kulu's on the break. He's got Sonny ahead of... Oh, man!
Is he giving a foul?
Oh, how's he giving
a foul?
Sonny?
Oh, my Lord, he's giving a foul for that. Oh, my Lord.
Madison's going mad.
Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Dark Sun G, you're right.
He's smiling and winking and everything, Jack. It's clear he was in their dressing room before the game. It's clear. All we ask is for a fair shake off the ref, and they can't even give us that. Smash him now with Doji. Oh, you can't run a yellow. Well done.
Nice.
Brennan
Nice,
Johnson.
Johnson.
Come on, the fuck. The 4 players need to wake up here, Jack. They keep losing the ball. Every time it goes into them, they're losing it. That's Johnson, Kulu, and Sonny. Arsenal starting to dominate this game a little.
Come on, Basuma. You got
he's pulled out of that, Basuma. What is he doing? Brennan Johnson into Sonny.
There you are. Come on,
Give
Sonny.
it to Madison and get on the run. Out to Johnson. That's poor. They could have done a lot better there.
There you are. Nicely matters. Nicely done.
Someone look for the ball.
See Rambam. See Rambam. Come on, Kulu. There you go, Pedro. Oh, come on, Pedro.
Oh, okay. Come on, Porro, he's away. Okay. Pedro Porro. He goes for the cross.
Oh!
Sir! Oh, it's blocked. It's gone out for a corner kick, surely.
No, I think he just mishit it.
Oh.
I think he's just mishit it. He went with the left foot. He loves a long shot. Good play from Pedro Porro and Kulusevski there.
What a ball in. It's right into the danger area as well.
Oh, yeah.
Brennan Johnson, if he would have gambled.
Caught out with it. Caught out with it. Yep.
Oh, if Johnson could have gambled. Tottenham's time to press Arsenal. Oh, well won back.
Yeah. Rambam. Well done.
Oh, Kulu. Brennan Johnson. Oh. Kulu, good idea.
Doji.
Saka's looking to face up with Doji right now, knowing he's on a yellow card. Doji does well there. Sarr, Madison chasing after the ball. Now Sonny.
Nice. Good try, Sonny. Good pressure. Come on.
Johnson needs to get back and help Doji out now for the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we're dragging Basuma out in the middle to do it, and then they're getting space in the middle. Johnson has to come back and help him.
I think
good start by Tottenham, but
down the right-hand side, I think we look better down the right-hand side with Kulu and Pedro Porro, and I think we have good chances of maybe scoring down that side. Brennan Johnson, he looks nervous, touches a little off, but he still has plenty more time.
Yeah.
Vicario, good try from Vicario. Went for a left-footed sort of spray out to Kulusevski.
Come on, Tottenham.
Spurs with more passes so far than Arsenal.
The press doesn't
we haven't been really able
either
to break the lines as much.
Yeah. We're looking a little bit. Arsenal starting to dominate the last 10 or so minutes. Odegaard. Tottenham just sitting back here. Son looking to press. It's a ball out over Doji's head. Johnson, come on, man. He's doubling up there. It's 2-on-1. You have to get back and help him, kid.
There you are, Destiny.
Well
done, man. Well done, Destiny. So aggressive.
Cuts
he's
inside.
Carrying it as well. He's taking
on
Ben White.
He's offside.
Oh, he's offside.
Jesus Christ, son. He's one thing to do. He's one thing to do. Provide an option and stay onside. How is he offside? One thing.
The forward players more into the game.
So frustrating. He's one thing to do. How is he offside? It's lazy. Brennan Johnson needs to wake up, Jack. He's leaving Doji exposed and it's killing us. Well done, Nicky.
You think he'd be working hard down this side?
He's not even getting into the game. He's in awe. He's overawed by the occasion. Odegaard or Zinchenko. Out wide to Gabriel Jesus.
Big up, Steve D. Good to see you in the house. I am worried about Udoji on this left-hand side with the yellow, everything going down that side as well. I would say Brennan Johnson needs to help him out more, like David just said. And also, you would think with Johnson, he's already kind of nervous, Steve D. It's a good way to try to get back into the game, right? Help your defender out, try to work hard, get up and down. He's just sort of kind of anonymous, to be honest, right now, Johnson.
Yeah. He needs to sharpen it up. He needs to realize he's in a game here. Tottenham throw in again. All the forward players need to wake up. Every ball that's gone into them, it's been bouncing around. Madison, he's pressed ref. Well done, Madison. Back to Vic. That was risky.
Quickly.
Romero.
Yeah, as well. Oh, Pape
Sar.
man on. Well done.
Basuma.
Sir.
Sar. Come on, get the touches right, guys. That's what's killing you. Underhit passes, sloppy touches. It's killing. Well done, Sar.
Pedro.
Ref.
Sir.
Ref's not giving us anything. Stole the ball back off Jesus, and Jesus is clipped and he's gone down. He hasn't given us anything. Zinchenko with the throw in deep in Tottenham's half. He's gone over the top. Oh no, it's pulled back. Well done, Romero. Well read. Into Sonny. Now you've got Kulu.
Nice
Unleash him! Unleash him! Oh my God, it's way too late. Kulu still gets it though. It's too late though. Madison.
Nice. Man on.
Too much out of it. Too much. Ref!
Thank you, sir. Too much though for Madison.
That's slow by Sonny Jack. That has to be into Kulu's part when he's on the run. Has to be.
No, he did well to hold it up, and then he just held on to it too long. Same thing with Madison there. He, did well to, first good touch, and then does too much dribbling after that.
Just greedy.
I don't even know, Dave. I think it's people have, I think it's like you say, it's the occasion.
Yeah.
It's not really being greedy there because he knows he has like 5 people around him. It's just that he's overwhelmed, and he doesn't have his head up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the same thing with Madison there. Madison, kind of just he seemed a little flustered when he had the ball, even though he had plenty of time. Everybody just needs to settle down.
Papa Sar and Basuma need to wake up as well, and Madison. Some very loose touches in the midfield. We're creating some of our own problems by some of the sloppy touches.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, good delivery here by Tottenham. Let's go.
Come on, Matters.
Madison with the ball in.
Ooh, Romero.
Oh, holy Lord. What was that from Papa Sar?
2 pretty shocking attempts from Sar.
That is shocking.
I'm telling you, Dave, he loves it. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. Whether they're good or not, he'll take
At least he's having a go, I suppose.
He has no fear. Kulusevski.
I find that hard to get any space. Arsenal, they don't give up much. Van de Ven. Out to Basuma. Good
nice. Ball. Into Doji.
Oh, Doji. Well done, Doji.
Sure.
He loses it. Saka, he's out. Do not let him play that in behind.
Win that.
Well done, Basuma.
There you are. Come on,
Kulu. Play Sonny.
There you are. He
needs help. He needs support.
Pedro, got to call out for it, man.
Zinchenko on the run. Arsenal on the counter. They've gotten Nketiah over. It's gone into Udegaard. They've got Saka over. Gone out. Adoji, you need to get out and close down that space. Don't stand off him. You can tell he's right with the yellow. He lets him off. It's an own goal. He's gone for the shot. Romero's gone for the block. And I'm sorry, but that's Adoji. He stood 20 yards off him because he's so nervous of the yellow card. It was going to come. Johnson needs to get back there and help him out. He needs to get back there and help him out. It's 1-0 to Arsenal.
It's not great from Romero there. It's not
No,
great.
he could have left that. Vicario would have saved it. But look, he's right. He's having a go at Adoji. He's telling him, you've got to get out there and close him down. Watch Adoji here, Jack. He just drops off him and allows him to come inside and have the shot. Very disappointed. I understand why that he's on the yellow card, but he still has to get out there and close that gap. He cannot allow these to shoot. Look, ball goes out there. Look how slow he is to get out there. Look. Drops off, stays 10 yards, 20 yards off from there and allows him to shoot. It's not good enough.
I think it's Vicario's going to save that. It's not a great shot for me. It's not a great shot. Yeah, I don't think it's a great effort.
Oh, it's not. Vicario would have saved it. Romero's sort of gone for it. He's gone.
His knee.
Yeah.
It's off his knee. No, it's just he didn't even mean to hit it off his knee either. No, he means to hit it with his foot. Oh, or he meant to trap it. I'm not sure. Or maybe he meant to trap it with his thigh.
I think he's gone to try and get a block on it, and it's just gone wayward. 1-0 to Arsenal. And Saka. Oh, Saka's gone with the dart celebration. He's trying to wind us up here. Madison. Ref, now pull out a fucking yellow card for them. How many more are you going to allow? You gave Adoji one and affected the game already by doing it. Give them one.
Andrew's also thinking the exact same thing.
Just poor defending that by Udogie. Very poor.
Yeah.
You can't allow Saka that room. You just can't. That bucket that
Individual
Udogie
mistake.
got has cost us. And, you know, this is my problem with it. Saka's put 2 on Udogie before that. No yellow card. Udogie puts 1 on Saka straight away, pulls out the yellow. And it's affected this game now because Udogie can't get anywhere near Saka now. It's still poor by Romero, but you cannot allow Saka that room. You can't.
I understand that, but it's if he had put on a better shot, absolutely. It's more on Udogie, of course, but it's not a great shot from Saka,
No,
I
it's
think,
not.
really.
It's
And
not.
so then it's sort of then is on Romero just to clean it up, and then for Romero to tell Udogie, right, you know, pull it together, but Romero doesn't really do his part there. I can't even tell what he's trying to do. I think he tried to trap it or something. Like I think he's
He's just trying to get his body in the way and deflect it away, Jacko. That's what defenders
and
are
then it
supposed
like
to do.
hits off like the top of his knee, right? And then like, you know, if it goes off the top of your knee, it's gonna absolutely, you know, bullet. It was like a bullet, you know, off of his knee, you know, into the back of the goal. To be fair, too, Vicario, to be honest, has made some great saves. I think the Gabriel Jesus one was probably the one that really kept us in it. The later ones was not even a great finish, I think, from Nketiah. But Spurs have earlier we had some moments, but you know we need to try to find a way to just get some of these nerves away. You know, felt like in the beginning we didn't have any nerves. Then the more kind of the game went on, kind of nerves started to kind of come back into us. So we just need to find a way to settle down here. But I have confidence in Romero. I have confidence in the team to settle down here. But that's what I need them to do. I need them to settle down.
They just need to start being more assured with their passing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the heavy passing, underhit passing, some sloppy touches that have let them down.
Ooh, sir. A little cheeky from Pedro Porro, but maybe didn't need to do that. Oh, nice one from Sar. Unlucky.
Fabio Fiera.
Coming down the left.
Oh, come on, Tottenham.
Come on, lads.
We're much better than this as well. That's the sickening thing. We haven't got going at all.
It's an unlucky way to go down, and it's very, you know, it's similar to a lot of North London derbies. It's in a similar manner too. But another chance here for Arsenal coming down the left hand side, back post. Mickey, thank you, cleans up.
With it.
Thank you, Mickey. Jeez, good. It was a good cross over to the back post. Saka is getting the run on Udogie at the moment.
Sure, Udogie can't throw in any feet now because of the yellow card. That's the sickening thing about it. Can't tackle him. Maybe something Postecoglou might have to look at.
I agree, Steve D. There is always going to be goals in this, but we can't stay this anonymous. I agree. We do look anonymous right now.
You just have to start. The front three isn't working. It's just not. It's a ball in.
Good clearance.
Gone out for another corner kick. The front three's not working. It's just not.
No.
Every time the ball goes up there, it's being turned over and coming straight back.
I think you either get on Solomon or you get on Richarlison.
Richie.
Yeah. And you move Sonny back out to the left. I don't think Johnson's made a great impression.
Nah, he's been very nervous on the ball, Jack. He's giving it away an awful lot. And he's not getting back and helping.
Yeah, he's not working very hard defensively either.
Like, that's the first thing. He should realise that Dogie's on a yellow. For the next 5-10 minutes, he should be working back to help him. He should instantly know that.
You know you would get that from Richie. Even if Richie was playing poorly on the left, you know he would be running up and down to help him out.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing.
Vicario. Tottenham
Big Dick
just
thinking about
can't
going
get free.
long. No, he just wants to keep possession, maybe. He's going for that Brighton approach. He's trying to invite Arsenal onto him.
Van de Ven. To Vicario. into Madison.
Madison! Too
Oh my God!
Too casual, man.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't need a manager to tell Madison you don't have that time in your own box on the ball. That's just absolutely stupid and fucking cocky. Wake up! You are in a game. He's on the edge of his box and he's just nonchalantting around like that. 2 players on him. I'm sorry, but that is just idiocy right there. Wake the fuck up! That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Kulu.
Come on, Dejan. Oh, he's gone all the way back to Romero.
Start putting the ball in the box and test them.
Oh, ball over the top to Sonny. Sonny chests it down to Madison. Oh, you have passes. You have passes on.
No way, Ref.
How is that even a foul? How is that even the foul? He's the one who has the ball. He's the one who has the ball.
Fucking referees drive me mad.
How he's the one who's dribbling it? How is he fouling him? But he had some passes there. He had Sonny there. He had a run. Why
the ref is taking the piss. Ref is just taking the absolute piss, Jack.
He is. That's what Lee is saying in the chat.
He's fucking giving them everything.
Matters doesn't need to turn there. He doesn't need to turn there.
Do not blow your whistle. I swear to. Wake up. Jack, the midfield think they've all day on the ball. It's good ball. Oh, come on, Johnson. Zinchenko.
Spurs sort of a deeper shape now. Out wide to Jesus.
Well done, Sarr. He's been good. He's been good at dislodging the ball. Just needs to be better on the ball. Romero, risky ball into Adoji, and he gives it away. And now Arsenal have license to come back at us again. Well done, Adoji.
Destiny. Come on, man.
Go on, Destiny. Well done.
There you go.
You got Johnson and Son. Play Johnson.
Play one of them.
Johnson.
There you are.
You put it out,
too
man.
Late. It's too late as well. It's too late.
Yeah, he should have played it earlier. It's just not working, that front three.
Dan Coy's member for 19 months saying need to make Son more a part of the game or change it.
Yeah.
I think we just need to find some sort of better. It's just the left-hand side for me, Dan, has just been pretty non-existent. It's been anonymous, that left side. So either you move Sonny to the left side or you throw someone else, down there like Amon or Solomon.
Oh, it's becoming a very, very frustrating game. A very frustrating game. You're right, though, Jacko. We need to make a change in that front line at half-time. Or put Sonny on the left and put Johnson through the middle for a period.
It feels like someone's missing. It just feels like something's just missing in that front line right now.
But the thing is, Johnson's not doing anything in possession or out of possession, is he? You're playing with 10 men. Porro gets done by Jesus. Van de Ven. Porro. Into Kulu. Good ball around the corner to Madison. Sarr.
Come on.
Someone help him. Where's the runners? Someone help him. They're all running away from him. Arsenal are hunter in packs and they're running away from Sarr. Go and help him. Give him an option. Where do they want him to go from there? Son, get on, Rhea. Right, a bit of composure. Let's build one move and get a shot on goal here, Tottenham. Van de Ven, back to Big Vic. Romero to Van de Ven. Drive it, Van de Ven. Drive it.
Nice.
Ball out to Johnson.
Nice pass.
Can Adoji get onto it? It's just over hit. Keep going.
It's a good try, though.
Yeah.
It's better from Johnson.
Don't you dare blow that whistle, Ref. Oh, my God. Has he given that? Has he given that? No, surely not.
Yes, wow.
Oh, that's soft. Oh, my God.
He is really just letting everything go for us, but in their case, he's just playing babysitter role.
Saka up against Van de Ven. Close that. Don't let Odegaard shoot like that. Come on. Big Vic, safe hands. I'd say Arsenal have been able to impose their game plan. We haven't been able to impose ours.
Vicario.
Good ball
Nice
out to
pass
Sarr.
Sarr.
Get turned.
Good touch. Romero. Basuma, man on.
He's been anonymous as well. Madison, you
It's not a
stop this
great pass.
shit.
He's
Get
just-
the ball
he's
under
not-
control.
Not being strong either. There you go.
Sonny,
Good
now
pass,
play him.
Pedro.
Play him.
There
Kulu.
you go.
You've got the Johnson. You've also
Okay,
got Madison
1-on-1.
back post.
Come on. There you go,
Sonny!
Sonny.
Push it back.
There you go,
Johnson! Oh, save!
What a
Not
save!
the cleanest of connections from Johnson either, but what a save.
Good chance created from Sonny and Kulu.
That's better from Tottenham. More of that. Let's go again.
If anything, Kulu and Sonny are the ones connecting. It's just Johnson that's just been out of it. Kulu and
Poor
Sonny,
effort.
I
That
think,
should have been in the
on
back of the net. He didn't even connect with that properly.
Pedro Porro's made some decent passes as well tonight.
Van der
Good
Ven.
pass to get out of back from Pedro.
Edoji. Out to Rombo.
Ah, good chance there. Come on, lads.
Should have been
Let's
1-1
fasten
that.
another. Let's fasten another. It's a good save from David Reyes still, even despite not being a good connection.
Madison. He hasn't been able to get turned at all.
There you go, Pedro.
Play Sonny.
Find him, Pedro.
Oh, it's a poor ball.
Off.
It's just a poor ball. Just when the quality needed. Kulu.
Just when you need the delivery man.
Oh, well done, Rombom. That's ours.
Just when you need the Pedro delivery.
Yeah. It's a huge chance, this. Kulu does very well. Son in the overlap. Son very unselfish. She's got to do better there, Brennan Johnson.
Flat-footed. He's off balance. He's flat-footed. He kicks it off his own left foot. That's what it is. That's just slow. Yeah, he's just not together today, Johnson. Get there, man. There you are.
Sarr. Into Basuma. To Romero.
And the Sonny, man on. Good hold up play, Sonny.
What is that?
Not on. Kulu hiding behind Zinchenko, but
ball to
it's not the
Porro.
right pass. It's not the right pass.
Time. Well done. Let's go, Van der Ven. Let's turn. Get it out to Dest. Man on. In the middle. Beautiful. Basuma. Look at Sarr. Let's go. Pop him out, Sarr. Brennan Johnson.
Come on, take him on, Brennan. Ball in.
Ball. It's into nowhere.
Dara from earlier with the super chat saying, playing like children, like they are scared. Listen, Dara, I think this is a much better spell, in the last couple of minutes here, but it's been that it's something we mentioned in the beginning. Maybe we didn't mention it enough, but with the fresh faces comes a lot of players that don't really know what this occasion is like, what this occasion means, what the atmosphere can be like, the intensity, the speed, even right now, sometimes with some of the decisions, right? All these sort of things do kind of go into it, and you have to hold your nerve, keep your nerve, and as well, just, be able to hold the mentality and try to rise above it. And we have players who I think are capable of it, because I really do rate a lot of their mentalities. But again, a lot of them have not been in this occasion before. And that's just showing in certain, in a few cases. And I think they'll grow into the game. But it's one of those games where you can't always say that.
Oh my God.
Man.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Exactly it.
That's 3 or 4 times he's done that, though. What is wrong with him? He needs to wake up and realize where he is. He's just, honestly, he looks like he's still asleep in bed, Jack.
Yeah.
He's done fucking nothing, apart from give away the ball by thinking he's got 30 minutes on it. Wake up, man.
Madison as well, to be honest.
Yeah, Papa Massar's been the best midfielder. That's a good ball by Madison over the top for Kulu. Don't you dare put up your bloody flag.
Come on, Kulu.
Kulu facing them up. He done well there.
Out wide.
Get it in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Papa Massar! Sonny!
Oh,
Johnson! How's he not scored? How has he not scored? That's twice now!
Brennan,
Madison.
It's another chance. Madison,
skins
lovely.
Gets it back!
Lovely.
Yeah! Sonny! Come on, Sonny!
Come on, Sonny!
Absolute great finish.
Show
Oh
how
my
it's
God.
done!
Oh my God, we are back.
Done,
Come on.
Sonny! What a finish!
What a finish, Jacko. Let's go. We're back. Come on.
Come on! What a finish from Sonny! What a
Woo!
Oh, get in there,
Oh, that's
Sonny.
it.
Come on, man!
Come on.
Oh, good chance from
Pop
Pop.
that aside. Nearly scores from the cross. Johnson really should have scored that. It's a save by Raya. He goes for the other one. He's just put it up in the air. Adoji to Madison. Madison absolutely skins Saka. Skins him. Pulls it back. Sonny gets on. It's a great finish. Very similar to Kudus against Bournemouth. Very, very similar.
Very similar. He just gets right in front of him at the right time here, Sonny. He just dips like he sneaks. Oh, Dave, he's not free.
Oh, come on, Jacko.
Around.
Wow.
Look at this. I want to see this. Look at, what an angle here. What an angle. I need to see it. Look at that finish. David Harris style finish there. Yeah. That is just gorgeous, Dave. That is a finish. What a finish. That is a finish.
Come on, everybody in the chat. Let's go.
Showing Johnson how it's done. Take some lessons. Take some lessons, baby.
I want to see hashtag Sunbomb in the chat. Let's go. Come on. We're back in it, baby. And we're a second half team as well. We are so much better in the second half. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Sad Gooners. We love to see it.
I can hear myself, Dave.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Oh. I don't know.
Johnson here, pressing.
Try now.
Mickey. Back to Vic. From Bomb.
Big Vic.
Back to the Big Vic. Mr. Madison. I can still hear myself. Dave, maybe it's the YouTube. Do you have YouTube in the background?
No, I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything. I clicked anything.
Oh. Basuma. Mickey.
Come on, let's bring a surprise attack.
Basuma. Spurs maybe just cooling down here, as are we, for this last minute. Pedro Porro. I think that's exactly right. I mean, now in a way, we are playing casual in a similar way, but now it's slightly more acceptable, this sort of casual, look to the team. Oh, Pedro, good pass. Oh, you had Kulu, man. You had Kulu and Sonny. Oh,
why didn't he use
I can't believe I have to tell Pedro where to play it.
Why didn't he use
Usually I never have to tell Pedro. Oh, Destiny. Come on. Be careful, though, man. Be careful. No need an Emerson. Don't need an Emerson here.
That's beautiful work. Ref!
Lovely.
That's an elbow.
Sir.
He's caught him.
Sir. Oh.
Take him.
Oh,
yes,
love it, Sar. Look at Sar. Look at Sar there. You love that. You love it. Look at Pop. Look at Pop.
Oh, it's
Pop's actually the one. If anything from earlier, Pop has been the one. Pop has been the one that's not been, kind of backing down. He's not been the one that's looked as scared. He's had a few nervous touches, but he's not looked scared at all. Pop Matasar. He's looked brilliant.
I love that. He just grabs him around the neck, Jacko. But I like that. Sniffing out the danger and cutting it down before half time. That's what we need. Let's get a VAR check on this Adoji one. Oh, you only get one bite of the cherry on that. You only get to show it once. Oh, it's a joke. Just delighted to be back in the game.
Suma, he's somebody that needs to sort of just, throw some, David Harris style, get a cold shower, throw some ice water on your face, to wake up some of these players.
It's all right.
The same at Madison, but If the players of this half for me that have actually played well throughout the 45 minutes, Pedro Porro, I think, has actually been good. Kulusevski has been good. I think Sonny has actually had good hold-up play. Like, his first touch has been brilliant. Maybe some decisions later on haven't been as great, but I do think Sonny and Kulusevski have actually created probably some of our better chances together in this match. So Brennan Johnson's kind of the missing link, really.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's been poor. I think I think he's been absolutely brilliant. You know, the amount of ball he's turned over in the midfield, the amount of work he's gone through, I think he's been brilliant today.
And he's just, like I said, you know, what Dara, who was absolutely spot on, you know, saying that, you know, a lot of the guys look like kids out there, you know, they're behaving like, you know, they're just not ready, that they're backing down. I wouldn't say that with Pop Matasar. I wouldn't throw him in that category. No. He's one of the youngest ones out there, if not the youngest one out there.
He's been brilliant.
Ed Martin from earlier saying that was a sun bomb.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed, my man. Big up the sun bomb. Oh, let's go, Kulu.
Referees a waste.
Oh, ref, he's giving them everything. Straight away, hands up that way. He hasn't even looked at it. Too busy playing with his fringe.
Pick up to Hennessy as well. Hennessy's livid with the ref.
Honestly, the guy's shit. He's absolutely shit. He's given everything them. Hopefully the FA get in contact with him at halftime and say, come on, Rob, stop making it so obvious. Don't you dare. That's it, Porro. Happy clapping. Let's go. Look, ref.
Big up to Steve D as well, member for 11 months from earlier, saying trust the process. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Steve D. Absolute legend, my friend.
Oh, Arsenal. Chance. Way, souvenir for tie in the stand, Jack. You know, he's got everything else. Arsenal.
The Ange process is among us, Steve D. This is the Ange process, and
this is good. This is good for us going in at halftime.
He's thinking of that halftime. He's thinking of that halftime speech. Yeah. What's he going to say to them, Steve D? Let me know, my man. What's he going to say to them, Ange? You know, what should he be saying too, right? Because he can't just be completely, you know, can't be hollering at them for the whole time. You know, you have to also credit them for getting back into it and showing some nerve. So, but you also have to tell them to wake up and not be as lackadaisical. And I don't know, it's a complicated speech here for the big Ange Postecoglou, but Spurs have gathered that goal back into it, 1-1. Definitely trading blows, I would say, you know, between Arsenal and Spurs, trading blows at each other. There have been some guys that I think, Dave, that actually have kept us in this match, that have risen above, you know, maybe some maybe poor, you know, kind of performances from others kind of in the team. Maybe a shout out actually as well to the Big Vic, right? Yes. Big Vic has kept us in this game. Big Vic has made some huge saves today. He's been good in possession. He hasn't freaked out from, you know, what I've seen either, you know, when the ball's been passed back to him. He's even received, I would dare say, a few hospital passes where he didn't really have sort of anyone to really give it to other than to sort of go long. And he has someone kind of bearing down on him as well. And he's still found a way to not put us into too much danger, you know, in those moments. And, you know, we sometimes question his parries, right? And his parries have been spot on today, right? He's been able to, you know, push it out away from danger. He's been a cool, calm head. And you know, compared to Hugo Lloris of last season, I must say, like, he's it's a little different, right? You know, compared to Hugo Lloris of last season, who made some big mistakes. I think Pedro Porro has been great in possession. He's actually found some of the better passes that has sort of started a move, right? You have to think about, how does the move originally start? Where does it come from? And it's usually, I think, come from some Pedro Porro kind of brilliance. And then Sonny and Kulusevski, I think, have been the better performers in the front line. They've actually been all right, I think, in holding up the ball. Sonny's finish in general just shows, you know, he's just class when it comes to it. He's ruthless with his finishing. And I wish I could say that of Brennan Johnson. That was somebody who I originally felt like was a good finisher, and he actually did, you know, have some decent stats, you know, to show. And even from his time at Forest, you know, took his chances quite well when they would come to him. But today he's had at least, you know, one very good chance to score. Whichever one that you think was the better one to score, he probably should have scored it, you know. And I think today Brennan Johnson should have a goal. And maybe the midfield, I think, are probably, apart from Pop Matasar, kind of need to wake up a little bit. I can't really say Madison's had too much influence on the game. I don't think Basuma's had enough influence on the game. Pop Matasar is the one who's actually turned the ball over. He's been all right in possession. He's been the legs that we've needed as well, going up and down the pitch. He's actually been the one that hasn't backed down at all. He hasn't backed down from the fight. And we've seen it from him in AC Milan, in some of the biggest occasions, at the San Siro. And we're seeing him do it at the Emirates again. The kid's mentality is absolutely top notch. But I don't know, Dave. I mean, what would you say, about that half? I mean, it's like anything. These games are tough, and they're tough to even analyze in the first place. Also, just quickly, what would Ange, be saying to them at halftime? What should he be saying to them at halftime?
Look, first of all, Jack, I think, we've approached the game too not cautious, sorry. Too nonchalant, casual. I would say, Madison. I'm sorry, but how the guy thinks he has that much time on the edge of his own box and getting the ball turned over. Basuma's been the same, getting the ball turned over, doing the exact same shit. Yes, Madison done well for the Son assist, but them two need to wake up in the middle of the park. Arsenal are only getting at us through our own mistakes, through us giving away the ball, our front line not clicking. I think Basuma and Madison, if them two can bloody wake up and get going in this second half, we have a very good chance. I think Porro has been brilliant. Romero, again, another one, being very laxy-daisy on the ball, needs to wake up. Van de Ven, the same thing, needs to wake up. I think Adoji, he's done it very good up against Saka. I just thought after that yellow card for the next 5 minutes, Brennan Johnson should have been back helping him. Brennan Johnson needs to wake the fuck up. He's had 2 opportunities, hasn't took any of them. But also, what's he done all game? He's done absolutely nothing. He hasn't done anything defensively, hasn't done anything going forward. Kudu's trying, he's making runs. People need to wake up and start playing them runs for him. They need to start playing the ball into him. He's making good runs. Son got his goal, but apart from that, I actually think he's been poor enough, Jack. I think there's a couple of times the ball's come up and he's been weak. I said yesterday he won't go up in the air and challenge, and he's just let them a couple of times win that ball and come back out with it without challenging in the air. I just think Tottenham as a whole, I think we're very lucky to get out of that 1-1. However, what I will say, Jack, is I think it plays into our hands. We've survived the first half. We're still in this game, and we can get better. Arsenal players, you would say, are already sort of in their stride. The good thing for this is we can get so much more better. And we have been a second half team. Against Brentford, second half, we went on to destroy them. Man United, very sort of nervous first half, went out and absolutely obliterated them second half. Sheffield United came back to win the game second half. Burnley, we done that in the first half. Bournemouth, we took the game away from them in the second half. So for me, I think this plays into our hands. I've been saying all week, get me in at half-time level, and we'll go on and win this game. I think we're far superior fitness-wise. And then Big Ange, Jack, he just needs to go in there and tell them to wake up a bit. I'm sorry. But half of them still think they're in bed. Yeah. How do they think they've got that much time? And how sloppy and slow and that they've been. It's very, very frustrating. But we can get better, and that's the big thing.
Big up to Jerome. He's giving us a super chat here, and I'm just about to get to it here, Jerome. Everybody, please smash that like button if you haven't already, if you've been here with us. Also, if you're just joining us, please get your comments in. Let us know your thoughts on the game. If you do want to get them in straight away, and if you want us to respond to them, to your ideas, to your opinions on the match so far, feel free to turn it into a super chat. It's also a great way to support the channel. Just on Jerome's here, though, and then I also have a few things that I definitely agree with on Dave, but also some things I kind of disagree with.
Push back.
But Jerome, I wanted to get to him. He says, they maybe are the better team, but we are giving them a damn hard game right now, especially with those arrogant fans. I completely agree, Jerome. And I would almost say, was it kind of a game, it's only first half, but it felt like I said at the beginning, dealing blows like a boxing match. It felt like at one stage Arsenal probably should have been 2-0 up, maybe, if you were being generous to them. But also, if you feel like that's being fair, at one stage it felt like Vicario was keeping us in that game, that they should have been 2-0 up. Also, maybe not the greatest of finishing on their half. Then sort of later, I think of some chances that actually, was set up for Brennan Johnson, right? Brennan Johnson should have had an equalizer. Then he should have had another equalizer. And then also, too, I think there was another chance that we actually had, I think, in front of goal that didn't end up really going our way until eventually Sonny puts it in for that, equalizer. And all of a sudden, it felt like Arsenal started to lose a lot of momentum. We saw, the crowd weren't really in it anymore. So it did kind of feel like, to me, Jerome, that they started out fast, Arsenal. Spurs also tried to match them, but it felt like just the intensity of the crowd, the expectation on the game, just the occasion in general seemed to start to wear us down, or it seemed to sort of in a way catch us off, because maybe at times when we've expected teams to sort of wear out or kind of wear down, maybe that wasn't the case here, that they, they felt like, oh, they should probably be tired by now. Yeah, I probably can turn on the ball without really checking behind me. And then they did end up having a guy, right on them, and losing the ball. That was the case with Madison, the case with Basuma, even the case with Romero, I think, on one occasion. So you have to consider that these guys have, maybe haven't really experienced this sort of type of atmosphere, this occasion. The intensity is just forever. It's for the whole 90 minutes, and it's so many waves of it that the guys, I think, in first just dealt with it okay, but eventually succumbed to kind of the pressure. Now they start to snap themselves together, start to wake up. And, they're giving them a damn hard game, like you say there, Jerome. And in particular, I do think there have been some players that have actually been good for this whole 45 minutes. And that's what you need. You can't have everybody drop off. You can have some, and then you'll have others try to pick them up. I think that's been the case with Vicario. That's been the case with Pedro Porro. And I think that's been the case with Papa Matasar and Kulusevski as well. I actually think they've been pretty decent for the whole 45 minutes, and they've actually kept this team afloat, and they even got this team back into it, in my opinion, Jerome.
And look, yeah, I know what I said may have come across harsh, but we just the thing is, we just tidy ourselves up a bit. A few more players become alert. It's just a different ball game. We can go on and slap them 2-3-1, and that's all we need to do. Yeah. We just need to wake up a little, be a bit more alert, take care of the ball a bit more, and we're going to win this game. That's all we've got to do, and that's why I sound so harsh, because I thought we opened the half well, right? We sort of quietened down the crowd, but then for a 10-minute, 15-minute period, 20-minute period,
we lost ourselves.
Yeah, we completely lost ourselves, and players were half asleep, not really ready. And, I don't think they were sort of ready for the intensity of a derby game, right? As soon as you get the ball, people are on your heels. And I don't think they were ready for that. But look, just tidy the game up a little bit for ourselves. Maybe one change in the forward line. We go on and win this game. That's all it is.
Teddy Lark saying, lads, I'm a little bit worried about those yellows that we have right now. Good
I want to talk
Teddy
about
Lark. That is something to consider. Yeah,
so,
special occasion saying, totally agree with you, Dave. And Chris as well saying, we need to stop playing at the back, need to move forward quicker. Kamikaze saying, lads, you're being a bit too critical. It's a derby, lads. We'll come good. I like the positivity, Kamikaze. Staying with the hopium, my friend. And special occasions, it's always great to see right underneath that is like, Dave, totally agree. But what were you about to say about the yellow cards, Dave?
So, Jack, you're looking at it, right? We've given away 9 fouls and we've got 3 yellow cards. So that's 1 in every 3 tackles. Arsenal have given away 7 and got 1 yellow card. So the referee's given them a yellow card at a rate of 1 in every 7 tackles. So basically, it just goes to show we ain't allowed to touch them. We're not allowed to touch them. Have any of our fouls that we've given away been any worse than what Arsenal have done? No. But how do we end up with twice as many yellow cards as them? 3 times as many yellow cards. It's a joke. I get sick of these referees. I'm sick of them. He changed.
I get sick of them too. I get sick of talking about them. I get sick of how many. My SPURS are almost more like defeatist now than they really are. Done with any venom sometimes, because I just don't really expect him, to really give me anything, usually anymore with the referees. And yeah, my SPURS are a bit more hopeful than they really are expectant. It's also too though that I feel like even if he's going to give soft fouls for them and not, those for us, you sort of, I don't know if you expect it, but it does sort of come with the occasion. The one thing that I don't like is there's been some ones where he's just called the whistle or he's blown the whistle when I just don't even know what the hell even happened. Like it genuinely was like, wait a minute, like how on earth could there have been a foul there? Like there was no contact of any sort. No one's on the ground. No one's even asking for a foul. And he ended up blowing the whistle, and it ended up stopping some moves, for us, some pretty, good potential moves. I remember Udoji at one stage, right, was pressing the goalkeeper, and they blew it up just as we won it back, high up the pitch there in that occasion. There was that one, right, I believe with Madison, who won it back or didn't even win it back. He was just dribbling around in the box, and he ended up somehow just blowing the whistle that Madison had given away a free kick. We'd seen too at one stage where we had, a good moment. Udoji just gets clocked in the face by Saka. Doesn't even get called or blown or anything. It just feels like, there's been some moments where you've actually had some moves even broken down because the referee, is deciding to be so, kind of overprotective. So like what I mean to say is, understand if some of them are just soft fouls that could be blown, but some of them I genuinely am like, don't even know where the foul is in the first place, kind of thing. And that's me being totally honest.
He's changed the game though, Jack, for Arsenal. He's allowed Arsenal way into this game. Saka fouled Udoji twice before Udoji fouled him. No yellow card to Saka. Adoji leaves one on Saka. He gets a yellow card. All of a sudden, all the ball comes down the left-hand side. Adoji can't go near him, and it's giving them a way into the game. That's been their way into the game. The referee giving Adoji a yellow. And all I'm asking for is fairness. If you're going to give one to Adoji, then Saka should already have one. It's really infuriating and really annoys me.
No. No.
Oh, I think one of us is on the lag.
Say that again, Dave. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, just the referee, Jacko, it's just really...
Just say that all again.
I was going to say, lad, it's just really annoying with this referee. He's opened them up a proper way into the game by that yellow card. Before that, we were dominating Arsenal. We had joy in the game. As soon as the Doji got that yellow, which Saka should have got a yellow beforehand, it's opened up our left-hand side for them because the Doji can't go near Saka.
Yeah, and he's also not been helped out at all with Brennan Johnson either. You need someone to help him out defensively a bit more. Jerome saying they got nervous because of the occasion, but once they got their composure, the football came back. Jerome, I completely agree. And like I said, I felt like it was just sort of two different stages where, in the beginning, or maybe even more than two different, like kind of a few where, like Dave sort of brought up, in the first 10 minutes, felt like we were trying to match them. Didn't look like we were coming in too nervous. All of a sudden, though, maybe for some reason, either because the crowd is that intense or just the atmosphere or just the players, on the other side, are just playing that intensely that Spurs just started to get a little worn down by it or just didn't really expect it to be that, kind of consistent or anything. And then they kind of, lost themselves, started to get a little rattled, the touches started to become a little loose, passes started to become a little loose. And, but eventually, I think thanks to certain players who really held their nerve and kept their nerve and, got some onus into the game, got us back into it. Like I said, a Pedro Porro, like a Vicario, like a Pop Matasar and a Kulusevski. And what I would say, too, is in my personal opinion, I think Sonny, yes, has had maybe some moments where I think he hasn't made the greatest decisions, but I do think his hold-up play has actually been good today at striker. And he did also set up that chance, actually, for Brennan Johnson to score, with that good work that Kulusevski and he had down that right side where he slid it, across to Brennan Johnson. And Brennan Johnson today should have a goal. He just should. He just should have a goal. He had one chance where pretty much the keeper was out of the net, right? And all he needed to do was just, slide it across to the far post, into that bottom corner. And then on that other occasion, for some reason, he's just, getting, I don't know, what did he hit it off his left foot or whatever it was? It was just, I don't know. It's
interesting.
Just, Brennan Johnson, I would say, if anything, he should absolutely have a goal.
He should have two by now, Jack. Both chances as a professional footballer should be in the back of the net. But Arsenal making two changes, Jorginho and Havertz both coming off. Let's see who's coming on. Both coming on. Sorry, let's see who's coming off. I bet one would be Fabio Ferreira for sure. But big up, Jerome, my man.
Though, Dave.
Yeah.
Just quickly, though, Dave. Do you feel like in this match, last time we went into this 1-1, is that right? Last time, last season, we did have this at a 1-1 draw. All of a sudden, though, the game just, came out, away from us. How can we avoid that this time?
Just waking up a little bit, Jack. This game is here for the taking. Last time we sort of, we're a team that's, sat back and looked to play on the counter. We're not that team anymore. So we'll take the game to them. And it's about us asking different questions of them rather than them asking questions of us. And all it takes for us is just to get a little bit better. My dad says it in the chat. Can Arsenal get better? Yeah. I'm not so sure. But can Tottenham? Yes. Yeah. Declan Rice has come off. The best midfielder in the universe is off. So interesting to see what happens here, Jack. I think they're bringing on Jorginho. Maybe try and keep possession a little bit more, but Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal starting fast
already.
Kulu.
Pedro,
hello Pedro. Kulu getting a bit excited there.
Yeah, he's right behind him there. He's on his heels. Come on, Tottenham. Kulusevski already working hard. Gabriel Jesus maybe moving out to the left.
That's soft. What a beast. He's an animal, son. He's an animal. The old lad saying Van de Ven is quality. That he is. And then Havertz coming on. Look, he hasn't done too well in an Arsenal kit. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it, but let's wait and see what happens. This could work to our benefit.
Sir. Well done, Kulu. Well,
Well
done,
done, Kulu.
Kulu. Sir, he's got a hold over him.
Basuma, good ball.
Into Sonny.
Well done,
Nice,
son.
Sonny.
Sir.
Into
Go on,
Kulu. Okay. Not the best balls from Pedro. Is he giving a foul, really?
It's a joke.
Again,
this is my problem, Jack. This is my problem with the officiating. They're giving them absolutely everything. Remember the one in the first half where Kulu was being held back? Where was the free kick for that one? No, it's driving me insane. I'm actually going to be on red watch all season.
Rob Jones has not been. He's definitely not been. He's not been kind to Tottenham this season. That's for sure. Steve D saying the greatest midfielder in the universe is off.
Yeah,
he was laughing.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on!
Come on, boys.
It'd be interesting to see how Edozie does this half after Postecoglou getting in his ear. And I wonder if Postecoglou made any tactical changes to maybe get a bit of help for Destiny Xhaka. Big up, Daniel Phil. Great to see you in the building, my man. Arsenal getting the opening dominance of the spell, or opening spell of dominance here at the start of the second half.
Yeah.
Gabriel to Saliba. Tottenham just looking to plug holes in the midfield right now. Porro, don't let that in behind you. Well done.
Was Jesus playing on the left in the first half, or is it Nketiah?
Yeah.
I guess Nketiah. Yeah. Havertz. Out wide to Jesus again. They keep giving it down that left-hand side right now. Oh, well done, Johnson. Good interception.
Go on,
good
you
read.
got Sonny and Madison. Use that pace, man.
He read it well. Come on, Johnson.
No, what?
A little heavy.
Oh, my God.
It's all right.
Keeps hold of it. You just got to do better.
Someone help him out. Yeah, he's got to have a better touch.
It's a breakaway. That has to end in a chance. Has to. Romero.
Over the top.
Oh, beautiful. Madison's on.
Good run.
Oh, he just couldn't get it under control. He was on as well. That's
a tough bit of skill. It's tough skill there. I don't know. Maybe he tried to bring it down, or he tried to dink him. That's tough skill there.
I think he was caught in two minds.
Alley skill there. He needs to call on his man Deli.
Yeah. Edozie up against Saka.
Oh,
Saka looks to take him on. Well done, Edozie. Great defending. Stay switched on for these set pieces. Do not give them a free header inside the first half. Declan Rice crying on the bench. Cry, yes. Baby. New song for Declan Rice. Arteta over there trying to explain why he's substituting him. What a knob.
He's laying into Rice. Everybody's laying into Rice in the comments. That's hilarious.
Yeah, good. Traitor.
Decker's sitting shaking his head with the token bandage on his calf. He's not fooling anyone.
No, he's not.
It's hilarious.
It's a good corner. Oh, no, it's free. It's handball. 2 handballs.
Look like a handball.
2 handballs from Tottenham. Like it's a shot. It's blocked. There's definitely a handball there from Tottenham. 100% a handball from Tottenham, and I think it's Romero. But I think there was a handball from an Arsenal player, surely there. Yeah, does that come off his arm?
Does
it come off Ben White's arm first?
Chest.
Oh, then it's a penalty. Romero's hand's out.
Not sure.
His hand is out. If they give this, I just said we need to stay switched on from this set piece. Well, it doesn't come off his hand. This could be a penalty here to Arsenal. Romero's hand is out. It's stopping a goal. It's stopping a goal. They're going to give it. We know they are. The referee's been on their side all game. He's stopping a goal there. I just said we need to stay switched on for fucking
yeah, I guess you felt like it didn't hit Ben White's. It didn't hit Ben White's hand originally. No. You think? Oh, who got fouled there?
Oh, well, he's just pushed him. Well,
Gabriel and Madison.
Soft though. It is soft for Madison.
Hard to say. Well, he's given a lot of soft fouls today, anyway.
Then it's clearly cleared up there. Madison's looking for it. They're taking forever. They're looking for every reason to give this. Not what we needed. We could do if we could do it getting away with this. He's gone to look at the screen.
Yeah.
He'll give this. When they send him to the monitor, they usually give it. Fuck's sake. Yeah. I just had a bad feeling about that set piece. I spoke about it yesterday with you, Jack, on the pre-match for the members about how good Arsenal are from set pieces. I mean, I do feel bad for Romero. How are you supposed to go to ground and try and block that without your arm being there? But I don't know. If it's this inconclusive, it's not a penalty. Fucking hell, how many times?
I don't think Romero can really do that much. He didn't do well on the first goal, and then this one, he's just unlucky. This one, he's more unlucky.
If it's taken this long, it's indecisive, inconclusive, you don't give it. He's going to give it. Yep.
Yeah.
He's giving it. He's fucking giving it. Fuck you, Rob Jones. No. The referee has handed them this game.
Steve D seems to think that Ben White did control it.
Not with his hand, though. Not with his hand, he didn't.
And seems
he's laughing.
Not that believable.
Jack, but if it's taken 10 minutes to come to a decision, if it's that indecisive, surely you don't give it.
Yeah, fair.
Come on, Vic, please. You've saved us already today. Saka again. Please, Vic. Please. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Come on, Vic.
Come on, Big Vic. Come on, Vic. Please, Vic.
Is he telling him where to go? Is he telling him where to go?
Please, Vic, get close.
Oh, come on, Vic.
Please.
Down the middle. It's two really just unlucky and shit goals to give them as well. Two shit goals to give them.
Fuck you, Rob Jones.
Two shit goals to give them. Romero involved in both of them. The second one, I think he's unlucky. I don't really blame him that much in the second one. First one, I think he could have done a lot better. First one, I think he could have done a lot better. On the balance of play, Vicario's kept us in it though. But that's just, it's hard. Can't do this to ourselves. We really can't. They have to stay straight. I just knew it. I knew it.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a sucker punch.
Yeah, a little bit is. It's a bit deflating.
Just stay switched on. That's all you had to do.
It's a bit deflating for sure, Dave. I mean, I hope we can get back into it. It's still a lot of time left. But it's just, I fucking hate the Lego, man. Fuck off.
I'm sick of the referee as well.
Why am I watching 1,000 replays? Please, Peacock, can you fuck off?
The elbow on the doors, you only got one.
How many times do I need to look at Romero's hand? It's a lovely hand to look at, but I mean, I just don't need to see it that much. Oh, matters.
Steals it. Come on, play Sonny.
Come on, lads.
Play him. Sonny!
Sonny!
Yes! 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 Rob Jones! Eat shit! Eat shit, Rob Jones! Come on! Whoa! Another strong bomb!
Get in there!
Oh!
Was that on Ben White? Did he nick off Ben White? The cannon still on.
Fucker! That is Ben White.
Oh, nicked it off the tanning salon merchant.
Whoa! Back in it! Oh,
Jack, Sonny! Come on!
Jacko!
Come on, Sonny!
Saka's done 2 dart celebrations. Madison for the winner. Dart celebration. Let's have it!
Tottenham teacher saying the Gooners can't even earn their own goals. Yeah, we just scored. I
want to give credit to Madison here, though. What a pass.
Yeah, what a pass. What a Dave, he won it. It was more the fact that he wins this. Look at the fact that he wins it.
He could have easily went on for the shot.
Wait, was that off Jorginho? He won it off Jorginho, the man that they subbed on. The man that they subbed on. Oh, Jorginho.
We're back in it. We're back in it. That's all that matters. Fuck you, Rob Jones.
Cool finish again. Good finish again from Sonny. Side netting. He's so ruthless. He is so ruthless, Sonny.
Adrian Chia says, hope you guys are enjoying the script so far. Come on, you Spurs. That we are, my man. I'm enjoying this. I can't believe we got back in it so quick. That's the sucker punch we needed to deal with them. Let's go on and win this game. A big up, Davy Shire. Says, absolutely awesome. Dr. W42, come on, you Spurs. Welsh gal, El Captain. Absolutely love that.
Big up, Welsh gal. Absolutely.
Oh, he's down on the ground now.
He got someone, I think, tried to foul him.
Where's the yellow? Where's the yellow card? Did he give me yellow?
Yeah, he did give me yellow.
Okay. Oh, now he wants to participate in the game and be fair. Dickhead.
Oh, Sonny, my captain, everybody's saying, yeah. I mean, he's the North London Derby man right now. He's the man he's the man we're counting on.
You put the ball on the plate
these chances. He's the 2 chances he's had. He is the 2. I think he's only really had 2 chances when I think about it. Really.
You put the ball on the plate for him.
That one he had to bury.
Deadly. That's a good ball. Kulu. Does he have the speed?
Kulusevski.
No way, like, no.
He loves just shoving them out. This is the North London Derby where Kulu. This is the game where Kulu just gets to shove everybody, is because he loves shoving people. This is the game where it's just all over the place, just shoving people. Big up Adrian Chia, my man. We absolutely are enjoying the script, my friend, and it's once again an absolute masterclass from yourself. Still plenty more to go. Still plenty more turns and dips. But yeah, what a game.
How do we get back into that so quickly?
Big up, Adrian.
So quickly. That's the sucker punch, Jacko. They needed that. That's the turning point. Romero should have went down there.
Someone just said the guy listening to said that was an unlucky. Oh, well done. Oh, given away though. Oh, thank you.
Don't you dare.
What's Jesus saying to my center back? What's he saying to my center back?
He's rattled.
Sean Brown saying the commentator just said that was an unlucky yellow.
Oh my God, it's a joke, isn't it? It's so sickening. It's so sickening. Romero. Do you know what, Jack? No matter how this pans out, I'm proud of the boys today.
I love that comment from earlier, from the fact that, we were showing to them that we could score our own goals. I mean, he's right. Like, he is right. Whoever said that from earlier. It's spot on. Like, Spurs have scored and created I think Vicario, of course, has kept us in the game, and I need to say that 1,000 times. But
but I'd argue David Reyes kept them in the game.
You have to bury your chances. You have to bury your chances, and Sonny's burying his.
I'd argue Reyes, pulled off a good save against Brennan Johnson as well.
That's true. But this is the thing, though. It was one of those chances where Johnson really should have buried it.
Yeah,
you don't give the goalkeeper a chance. You don't really give him a chance.
I'm proud of the fight back of this team, though, Jack, because the referee's been awful today. They haven't given up because of that. It's 12 men against 11, and they're out there fighting. Penalty, they could have put their heads down. They didn't. Went straight up there and pressed them and got the goal, and we're back in it. Let's go, Johnson. Sonny. Kulu on the press.
Angel Matos in the house. They're rattled, boys. Let's get it done.
They are rattled. Come on, my man. They are rattled, my man. Oh, who's pulled up there? Johnson's pulled up. He's going to have to come off. He's just pulled up. So that overhit pass gone out for a goal kick. Looks like Johnson will have to come off. He's just pulled up. That's him injured. Fuck's sake.
Not really been a great day for him.
Not been a great day, but if he's injured and out for a while, with Perisic out, Gill's still out, it's not good.
No, it's not, and that's what I'm worried about. Like, it's not been a great debut for him.
It's time, Jack.
It's not been a great debut for him, and then he has an injury. No. Salah Monster.
I thought it was Richie time.
No, I thought it was going to be Richie.
I thought it was Pigeon time.
If maybe they just want to keep it the same with Sonny. Down the middle with those chances. He's buried the chances, and you need him to keep burying the chances.
Get Solomon on.
Salah Monster, here's his chance.
Salah Monster, let's go. Come on, Tottenham.
Non-contact as well. That's not good.
No, he's pulled up. He's injured. He's pulled something. He was tracking back and then pulled up. Come on. Hiss and Bluff Huggy says Johnson has played well, in my opinion. Look, football's about perspectives, right? Everyone sees the game through different eyes, which is the fantastic thing about it. I actually think he's been pretty poor, to be honest. I think he's had 2 chances, both of them should have been goals. And apart from that, I don't think he's offered a lot. But first game thrown into a North London derby, he hasn't exactly been atrocious either. So, look,
it's not his whole story.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not his whole story. It's
look, Arteta.
You're only analyzing one game. He already knew as well. He knew it. He knew it too. He knew it as well. Look at the away end. Look at the away end. Absolutely.
Oh, that's what we want to see.
Look at that man
around.
standing up to the crowd. Oh, you love to see it.
Is that Kenny Ken?
You love to see it. Not sure.
Or is that an Arsenal fan in the away end?
Sonny.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. Look at him. Johnson off, Solomon on. Come on, Manor. This could be the gate, Jack. If Manor can come in and have a good game and pose a threat down that left, we can go on and win this. Come on, Spurs. I take the draw now, but we can win it. Big Vic.
William McKenzie saying, I respect the pigeon. Let's believe.
Yeah.
Respect the pigeon. I believe. I love it.
It's
time for the Salamonster, though, William. It's time for the Salamonster. Basuma. Can he get it? Oh,
he's saucing. He's getting going.
Get out of there.
He's getting going. Look at the left.
Oh, he got too much time on the ball.
Clash him. Well done. He slipped.
Yes.
Let's go. Here we go.
Madison running.
Solomon, get on the outside.
Feeling it.
To Sonny.
Good touch.
Back to Madison. Oh, he's ballooned it. You see, he had the dart celebration in his mind. That's good, though. That's good football from Tottenham.
It's one of those where you start licking your lips, because he popped it up for himself, or Sonny did. He popped it up for him.
Similar position from the Burnley one.
That was Pop Matasari. Probably would have hit it out of the
He would have had one. We would have ended back up at White Hart Lane. Down the Seven Sisters Road.
Has he moved? No, I thought he moved Ben White in the center back.
It's a ball over the top of Paul's head.
Handball. He definitely handled that.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Tottenham. Come on. There's a winner here. There is a winner here. Come on. Why you just Lego man? He's not even in his technical area. Tell him to get his little Lego ass back in that technical area. Little wig wearing shitbag.
Yeah, someone get Højbjerg out there to just put him in his place.
That was awesome.
Someone get Højbjerg. Postecoglou, Ange needs to get. Well done, Pedro.
Look at him. He's
even getting incensed over that. He's getting incensed over a throw-in. Like, calm yourself down, man. Like, someone just needs to. Someone get upset. Why is the referee just standing there watching him do this as well? Like, please get him off.
How the referee hasn't told him to get back in his technical area. It's a joke. That's probably what the free haircut was, Jack. Free haircut, let me do what I want. Oh, how long does you want to take the throw in? They're trying to waste time now. It's embarrassing.
Shikari shock. Arteta shitting himself. Let's go for the throw.
He's rattled.
I love it. His Legos he's tearing up his Legos.
Tottenham just blocking the lines out from Saliba and Gabriel out from the back. Get the pressure on now, Sonny. Now's the moment. Spark it. Let's go, Mads. Or Kulu. Way. Rambam.
Romero, what a header.
Kulu wins it. Oh, no, he doesn't.
There you go.
Star.
There you go.
Kulu.
So close, sir.
Mads.
Well done,
yes.
Kulu. Great work from Kulu.
Jack, can we get a Rambam special?
Great work, man.
Is a Rambam special about to happen? Please. Give it to me. It's all my Sunday needs. Oh, Jack, these games are so enjoyable when we're winning, my man. So enjoyable. Well, we're not winning, but when we're playing well. Together. Come on, Rambam. Like he did against Brentford. Flying header. Him or Van de Ven. Great hair by Madison today, by the way.
Ball in. Ooh, not a bad ball, but just not maybe far enough.
Solomon picks it up.
Was lurking. Saw a monster.
Get the cross in. He does. It's into Ray's hands. Arsenal playing out short from the back again. Kulu, can he get the press on? Romero's absolutely upended Jorginho. Keep yourself in check, Romero. Don't lose it now. Well done, Solomon. Back to Big Vic. Oh, look. Red! Oh, that's a red card! Saka, that's got to be a red card. He's took him out after the ball's gone.
That's Big Vic.
He's trying to touch him. He's trying to count. I'm sorry. Look, he's apologising.
What? That has to be a red.
He's apologising to Nketiah. He's apologising.
That's completely out of control. That's completely out of control.
He's lost his head.
How the hell is that not a red?
It's a red card all day.
Completely reckless.
Oh, wow. He's caught his angle leg as well. Is that two-footed?
A bad touch.
Oh, he's off the ground.
Look at that.
He's off the ground as well. That's got to be looked at.
That's disgusting.
He's off the ground.
No way. Oh, my fucking Lord. They're not even looking at it. Oh, my Lord.
Sar.
This has to be investigated. I agree.
Sar again. It has to be investigated. Don't start doing that shit. Who done that? Poro. Don't start doing that. Holy shit. You're right, though, Jack. Needs to be investigated. He's off the ground. He's jumped in.
I've never even seen a tackle like that. I've never even seen a tackle like that before. That's like something you would do in like FIFA, Dave, or something, where you would just like, clear out the keeper, or like whatever. Like, the hell is that?
Oh, it's not even
getting away with that. But still. Patmat Sar. Kulusevski. Oh, and the Sunny!
Oh, what a save.
Good try.
He's looking for a penalty, is he?
He thinks it's a save. I think he just hit the side netting. No, we had an advantage from earlier. Oh, how on earth? I'm actually baffled. Madison.
Oh, he's injured.
Hurt his knee after, it looks like. Jeez, we're getting some injuries in this match. Extended his knee a little bit. Yeah, extended his knee a little bit.
His knee with the studs in the ground. He might have to come off here, Jack. That's going to be hard to come by. There could be damage there. You could very easily do damage doing that. He's jarred his knee in the ground.
He doesn't look like he doesn't look good.
No, if he comes off, we're in a world of trouble. We don't have the players on the bench. Oh, no. Come on, Matt.
Replace him.
He looks he doesn't look in too much discomfort. There will be swelling and fluid up around that tomorrow for sure.
Yeah. Someone get the tranquilizers out.
When he's pressing on it, he looks in a bit of discomfort there, Madison.
Everybody, please get up, Matt.
Yeah, please. Hashtag pray for Mads in the chat.
Someone, Pierre, you better, please give that Lego man a shove before you get on.
Son, don't talk to Jesus. Stand the fuck off. Kulu, what a ball to Sonny.
He's had a great game, Kulusevski.
Oh, so close.
Had a terrific game, Kulusevski.
Yeah, he has. He's worked hard down that side today.
He's been probably our most creative player, I would even argue, in the final third.
It's hard to know with Madison. It could be one of these. I think he'll come back on, but he might have to come off, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's probably one of those where he's going to try to push himself, but Pedro Porro. Corner for Spurs. Porro tried to whip it in, just didn't really get to anywhere. He's gone for a left-footed cross. Not a bad one, but to no one.
At least he's up anyway. Odegaard. Arsenal looking to spring an attack down the right. Well pressed. Keep forcing them back.
Nice, Sonny. Come on.
It's ball in behind Pedro Porro. It's gone out. Come on, 20 minutes
Pedro
left,
knows.
Jacko. Plus injury time. Come on, Spurs.
Someone said in that chat, next goal could be the winner.
Yeah, it will be the winner.
This is a classic game.
I'd love to get the winner. I did say, could be another Harry Redknapp 3-2. Oh, Sonny.
Oh,
good ball.
Wow,
Well,
a little sketchy, but
play him.
got away with it.
Oh, lucky. Mads,
Madison.
don't lose it there, kid.
Hold it up.
Oh, well
Way
done.
to hold it up, man. Way to hold it up.
Romero.
Hold it up.
Good ball into Sarr.
Come on, Pop. Pop.
Ooh.
Dribbling into danger.
Oh, no.
Vicario not switched on. Vicario, you need to help him out. You need to know he's got nobody.
Don't start making mistakes now, Tottenham. It's a ball in behind. Oh, what challenge.
Well
done. Stay switched fucking on for this one. Don't give anything away here. Pick your men up and follow them.
Come on, Tottenham.
Odegaard stands over the corner kick. Oh, it's the double pump. Set piece routine. Big Vic. Way! Big Vic, quick release.
Out to Udogi.
Back to Mads. He's taking a few risks. I don't like this by Madison. Romero. Speed it up. Oh, great ball.
Pedro.
Oh, great ball. Madison, all the time in the world. Spreads out wide to Kulu.
What
Play
a
him.
touch.
He's played him. Pedro. Sonny.
Oh, Pedro.
Oh, he should have took another touch. He should have. Should have took another touch. Good play by Tottenham. We're getting this. There's a goal in this for us. Come on. Mickey Van der Ven or a run bomb. Let's have it. Come on. Tottenham corner. 73 minutes in, going on to 74 minutes. It's been a crazy game. Referee has done Arsenal all the favours, opened up the whole game for them, and Tottenham still fought back. Can we get a good delivery in here and a Tottenham head on this? Pedro Porro delivers UK wide, even at the toilet bowl. Oh, what are they? Oh, referee needs to go on. Oh, what's he doing?
You're giving it to Romero.
For what?
It's the referee.
For what?
The center of attention. He really is the center of attention.
Oh, go and score. Just go and score, Romero. Go and score now. What's that yellow for? Even Gabriel Jesus is laughing at the referee.
Yeah, even Jesus now as that wasn't. Yeah, Jesus even's not even taking it seriously.
It's a good corner. Rumble.
Oh, he made contact with it.
Kulu. Well done.
Kulu.
Oh, no.
You can't turn into that. You can't turn
No,
into
they're
that.
on the break here.
Kulu.
Well done, Kulu.
Nicely done, Kulu.
Mops it up. Pedro Porro. Good ball into Sarr. Sarr, get turned.
Turn.
Oh, give it to Mads. Kulu.
Mondeki.
Give back to Sarr.
Pop.
Oh, well done. Great feet.
Nah.
He done well in the tight space.
There.
The pass wasn't there. Oh, great challenge.
That's stuck.
Oh, what's the referee doing now? Oh, my God.
So stuck. Are you kidding me, ref? He's so stuck there.
This referee's a joke, Jacko. He's on the brown envelope for sure.
Where's the 85 saying the ref needs a swift boot up his date?
Oh, it's a joke, Jack. He's on the take.
Is he on commission for the yellows, says Mark New.
Sounds like it.
He gets incentives every time. That's hilarious. Oh. They've broken us down here, though. Please.
Oh.
Jeez. Come on, lads. And Katia, good chance there. It was a good
That player's in there. Romero. Into Sarr. He's been outstanding today. Kulu. Oh, that's poor by Kulu.
Over Pedro Porro's head to nobody.
Come on, get in there and close it down. Don't let him do that.
Oh,
Ketty's in.
made a run.
Well done, Romero. Stay switched on
That's
again.
ours. Is that ours? Is that a goal kick?
Come on! Richie.
Big Richie. Who'd we get? A pigeon
And Sauceburg.
winner.
Richie and
Good the
Sauceburg.
pigeon. Pigeon coming on. Oh, my Lord. What did I do? Was the run worth it this morning?
Nelson on for Gabriel Jesus. Be interesting.
Was the run in the rain worth it? Was the run in the rain worth it? With the Richie kit on.
And
Oh, my
Højbjerg.
Lord. If he grabs the winner, I'd go and run after that kit and put it on right now. It's soaked still. Absolutely soaked. Oh, my Lord. Come on,
Sonny
Rich.
off. Sonny's off.
That'd be strange. Wow, another big call from Ange, if that's the case.
Oh, no, wait.
Madison
He still had the Arsenal numbers up, I think. Oh, no, he didn't.
No,
He's off.
no, he didn't. You saw it. Well, wow. What a
Wow.
performance from Sonny.
That's a big call. Well done, Sonny.
Huge call from Sonny. Huge call.
And Madison off.
didn't say.
Two of the leadership
And
group is off. That's a big call.
Big call. Big call. Romero now with the captain's armband.
I don't get taking Sonny off, though, Jack.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about it. Maybe he's seen him tiring, but I don't think he has been. I think Sonny's
That's
pressed
twice
really well
he's took
today.
him off around this time now. He's done that against Sheffield as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the logic is, but it's worked out before with Richie.
True.
But Dave, I mean, Sonny, what the one I find odd about it is I felt like Sonny wasn't tiring. Like I felt like he was still pressing. So I don't know. With Richie though, you know he's going to run his lungs out for the next 10 minutes here. So that's
And Sauceburg
I
is
don't
on
know.
everyone from Madison as well. Big Rich already causing a
Richie
nuisance.
already winning the header.
Solomon, well done. Basuma.
Come on, Richie, man. It's a big call though. I agree. And I think Sonny had a terrific game, and he's also our best finisher.
Sauceburg back to Van der Ven. Well done, Van der Ven. Oh, well done. Just running with it.
Solomon.
Oh, no, Basuma don't. Back to Vic. Give it to Romero. Let's go, Romero. We're getting joy down this right. Romero goes with the ball over. Ref, he's being dragged out. No way has he given that against him. No way has he given that against him. Oh, my God. He's manhandled him and he's given it against him. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's puke time.
Be a nuisance, Rich. Be an ass. Saka gives it
It's a
away.
loose pass. Papa Matsar.
Matsar,
Unleashes
great
Kulu.
ball.
Come on, Kulu.
Kulu.
Drive at him. You've got Big
See
Rich
Richie
in the box
back
too.
post.
Get it on the left. Put it in for Big Rich.
Okay, into Pedro.
Back to Kulu. Letting
Kulu
people
and
get up and
Pedro.
out. Fair enough.
Calming it
Into
down.
Papa Matsar.
Okay.
Rombom.
Romero's asking for somebody to come short. Højbjerg.
On to Solomon.
Fresh off of telling the Lego man where to stand.
Doji.
Udoji.
Well done.
Off his sock.
He's done well since he's been on the yellow. Yeah, in the second half.
There's an opportunity for Højbjerg to. I do hope there's an opportunity for Højbjerg to repeat the opportunity to push Arteta.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Another chance to do that.
Basuma. Over to Romero. Romero on the ball. Tottenham looking for the winner. Arsenal just sitting back here right now. Sar.
Shikari Shock saying, I know Ange ain't going for the draw.
No, he's not. Fair play to him. He's going for the winner. He senses it. Big Vic.
Look at Big Vic here.
He'll go
Gone
long.
long. Monster of all people. Maybe not.
Oh, well done.
But he wins it.
Oh.
Sir. Oh, but he won it.
Don't give up, Solomon. It's all right. Flash has that.
Mickey.
Big Vic. Come on, Tottenham. Let's push for the winner here. Go to Big Rich. Go long. Gone long again after Solomon.
Not sure why.
Hey, that's ours. Ah!
No, I didn't touch it, I guess.
Arsenal on the attack here. Jorginho Plays in and get you.
I'll win that.
Well
Thank you,
done,
Rom.
Romero.
Thank you, Rom. Oh, what a touch from Højbjerg. What an attempt at a pass as well. A little unnecessary.
Like Brave Jack.
Don't need to be desperate. We don't need to be desperate, though. We don't need to be desperate. I like it, Pierre, though. I like the touch.
It'd be interesting to see
Stevie Webb saying maybe Matters was a bit sore.
Yeah, maybe. He was after the bang.
Maybe the Sunny one we're a bit more perplexed by.
No, the Madison one I understand. So we said it, Jack, that he'll end up coming off after that. It's the sub one that I'm a bit more perplexed about.
Yeah. Solid monster, though. Oh, he skinned one.
Oh.
One out, though.
Arsenal are just looking for this breakaway. They're
Come on,
looking
Basuma.
for it. Oh,
Oh, monster!
do not blow your whistle.
Oh, Basuma. Love that.
Look how good he is on the ball.
Destiny.
Just as I say that, commentator's curse.
All keeps getting turned over down there.
Yeah, Arsenal are looking for this breakaway. You can see it. Oh, Tottenham players hunting in packs. Oh, ref, how can you give that? He's just alleviated the pressure for them. The Arsenal fans telling them to get up, though, telling Havertz to get up. They want the winner. They're not happy with the draw. We've had them sat back for the last 10 minutes. Forcing Raya to go long. We've never seen this at the Emirates before. Romero, Mickey van der Ven. Composure. Just need one pass. Let's go, Sar. To Kulu. Back
Well
to
done,
Sar.
Becky.
Romero. Into Salzburg. Basuma. Romero. Sar. Into Højbjerg. Højbjerg onto Porro. Porro back to Sar. Just keeping triangles here now. Arsenal players just keeping shape. They're retreating at the Emirates. They are retreating. Come on, Tottenham. Into Richie. Richie to Porro. Back to Richie. Richie. Poor decision. Give it back to him.
Felt like Pedro. Didn't need to give it back to him, but then Richie didn't handle it well.
Richie working hard to try and win it back, though. Solomon doesn't win it. Arsenal on the breakout. Do not let them get a chance here. Porro, get out there. It's a quick break. It's Nelson. He cuts in.
Way
Corner kick.
Though.
Come on, Tottenham. Do not switch off here. Do not switch off
David
here.
Said, please, we need to stay switched on these. We need to stay switched on.
These have been our biggest Achilles heels for the last 4 years, set pieces. Have to learn to start dealing with them. Arsenal sense this. They're the most dangerous team in the league from set pieces. If they're going to get one, this is it. They're the new West Ham. Spurs fans nail-biting stuff.
He's got no nails left. He's looking for any nails left.
Look at all the Arsenal players at the back post and no one's picking them up.
All in.
No!
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
so sketchy.
hell.
Jeez. Is it a goal kick?
Oh,
my
I
Lord.
think it's a corner kick. I think Van der Ven got his head on
Who
that.
won it? Oh, my Lord.
Was it
jeez.
Gabriel? So close.
Richie, good job. Good job, Richie, trying to get that away from there. Yeah, I think it was another. Richie must have
It's
hit
another
it.
corner. Back post. It's cleared.
Come on, Sar.
It's Papa Massar on the ball. Well done,
that's
wins
all
a
right.
throw in. 5 minutes left at the Emirates. Arsenal look a bit tired. Ange Postecoglou did say last week, this is where Tottenham come into their own. Can we go and get the winner?
Everybody that wanted those. This is what a lot of people predicted this. A lot of people predicted this. Spurs would hold on to try to grab the winner at the end. The Ange ball never stops, everybody. Could this be our chance? Could the Ange ball never stop?
Oh, come on.
Who's going to grab our winner? Heartbreak or winners? It's going to be one or the other.
I don't want the heartbreak. Don't say that word, Jacko. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx
come
it.
on, Richie.
Benjamin White.
I need to pigeon dance.
Oh, no. It's a good throw-in.
Good clearance.
No, it's on the edge of the box. It's Havertz.
Stay switched on, Spurs, says Paro. I agree, my man.
I just switched off from the throw-in there.
Geoff Taunton saying I chewed through my nails. Now I'm chewing through the dogs.
Oh, come on, Tottenham. Just play with the ball in their half. They're retreating when we're in possession. Or now they're going for it. Last film. Oh, Romero.
Romero. Please, boys. Please, please.
Right, fuck it. Send it long. Serve everyone up.
Just get it launched now.
Oh, Højbjerg, Van de Ven. Don't play yourselves into trouble.
Nice, Pierre.
Oh, well
nice,
done.
Pierre.
Oh, well done, Højbjerg. Run off him, guys.
Oh, it's a good ball.
Oh. But that's better. We're
almost
up.
a good ball.
We're up there,
Good try, Højbjerg.
We're up there,
Good
Great
try,
play by
Pierre.
Højbjerg. Right, Tottenham. Let's see if we can fashion a chance now. Over to the Rambam. Romero to Van de Ven. To Højbjerg. Oh, Højbjerg. After all of that. Arsenal. Oh, well. Oh, no.
Mickey,
I don't like the look of this. Romero's dragged out of position here. You have to deal with this. Get back in position, Romero. Why is he doing out of left back?
Pressure. He was chasing down Nketiah.
Yeah, but in meantime, he's got Porro at centre back. This is why he needed to get back in quicker. Stand him up, Porro. Well done.
Well done, Pedro.
Romero can't be dicking around out there. He has to
Pedro.
fucking sprint back into position. Another set piece. Law of averages. They're going to take one. We got to stop fucking doing this. Come on, Tottenham. Hold it together.
Come on, lads.
They won the header off the last set piece. We have to deal with this. No. Oh, what a header.
Udoji.
We're on the break.
Udoji.
Play him. Play him.
Play him, man. Oh, why are we playing ourselves back into pressure?
Romero.
No need for that.
Good ball.
Okay, Højbjerg.
Højbjerg with the switch of play.
Okay.
Over the top for Richie. Keep it in. Well done. Great ball. This is so nervy. Destiny.
Udoji,
no.
He's red. He red. Oh, he got red.
Well done.
Sir!
Come on, ref. Oh, he's giving it against him. Oh, my God. Oh, this referee couldn't be any more.
Close to a second yellow. Udoji didn't need to go backwards there. He got red.
What will be the injury time? We're in 89 minutes. I'd say at least 5 or 6 minutes added on, surely. Well, you had, 5 minutes for the VAR decision? Oh, come on,
Dave, it feels like it's one of those things where they're going to try to give Arsenal as much time as they want. They're going to give them as many minutes as they can.
We just got to fashion one more chance. Since we've took off Sonny, we haven't fashioned anything.
I mean, Lego Man's been in their ear all day. I mean, they're just going to give them as many minutes as they can.
Let's get out of here with a draw. I feel like a victory to us and a loss to them. Come on. There's one chance in it for us. There's one more. It's going to fall to Richie. He's going to prue. It's a ball over the top. Havertz. On the overlap. Arsenal get the cross in. It's a good ball towards the back post. Pedro Porro's caught underneath. Nelson. Close that down. Odegaard. Gabriel.
10 minutes added on.
Zinchenko.
10 minutes extra time. Fucking hell.
Still 10 minutes to go, everyone at home.
That's a joke.
Well, don't forget you had the VAR decision. That took forever. Oh, well done, Destiny. Time, Van de Ven. He's absolutely panicked and shanked it for a corner kick. Oh, we can't keep giving away these set pieces.
But he's invited on the pressure.
They're getting close from these set pieces. We can't keep giving them away. Odegaard. Flicking a fringe. I wonder what that means. Chin on top, Vic.
Oh, thank you, Vic. Thank you,
Vic. It. Don't let him shoot. Oh, Vic again at the double.
Thank you, Vic.
Saka with the shot, looking for the hat-trick. Vic saves it down. We've got to learn to deal with these set pieces. Jesus Christ.
Oh, That took a deflection. That was actually headed in. Jeez. He's been on it today.
All comes from a Mickey Van de Ven shank. It's another corner. It's another high one. They're using their height.
Oh my
Ref!
Lord, they're really throwing themselves at it.
No way is he giving
How's
another
that
corner.
another
Oh
corner?
my God. It's so wrong. How is that another corner kick? Arsenal are sensing
David
this.
Dyer.
They
David
just keep
Dyer
lofting
thinks
it. They
Spurs
know they're
can
the
win
bigger
against
team.
12 men.
They know they're the bigger team. Gotta learn to deal with this spell. Odegaard. It's another one launched in on top of Big Vic. Catch the
Vicky.
fucking thing.
Thank
Well
you,
done.
Vic. Thank you, Vic.
Go down. Go down. Go down on the ball. Waste time.
Where's Pedro? He needs to speak to his prisoners. Oh, come on. Don't
If they look to give that as a penalty, that's a joke. That is a joke if they give that.
Come on, Richie. Get there, Pop. Ah. Get there, Pedro. Thank you, Pedro. He's giving it.
Come on, Spurs.
Come on, Tottenham.
Hanging on here for the last 5 minutes. 7 minutes left to go. We need to try and get a spell of possession. Richie, run your socks off, kid. Kulu looking to get on the press. Pressing Arsenal. Nelson up against Pedro Porro. Get close to him, Porro. Don't do this. It's a cross. Van de Ven deals. Time, Porro. Well done.
Pedro. Wow,
well
what a
done to
touch.
Pedro. Oh no, he gives it away dangerously. Well done, Basuma.
Basuma, what a tackle.
Well done. He bodies
What
him.
a tackle. Basuma.
Great defensive
He's been
cover.
good defensively today. He's been a little bit. He's been good defensively today. Wish he was a bit better in possession today, Basuma, but he's been good defensively.
Come on.
Tackle.
6 minutes left, Jacko. There's another chance in this for us.
I want us to get a set piece, to be honest, because we have our own threat with Rich.
True. Very true.
I want us to get a set piece.
Tottenham sending
we
this
haven't
one
gotten
long.
close to earning one.
Big Vic with the goal
Need to
kick
get out of
goes
our
long.
half.
Kulu up, doesn't win it. Oh,
Well done,
Basuma, that's
Basuma.
filthy.
Oh,
Into
lovely,
Sar.
Basuma.
Out to Kulu.
Come on, Kulu. Lovely Kulu. It's all right.
Romero.
Yeah, come more central. Okay.
Into Basuma. Basuma.
Basuma.
Well
Well done.
Get on the outside, Porro. Kulu into Richie.
Rich!
Oh, guys, why didn't he lay it off? Why the fuck didn't he lay it off to Sully? Basuma. Well done. Give it to Højbjerg.
Oh, yes. Højbjerg. Højbjerg.
Richie. No! Play him again. Lucky Højbjerg.
Oh.
He's trying.
Yeah, he had. Richie's getting on the ball. He just needs to play his teammates.
Oh, Kulu with the handball. Smash him there. Don't let them
Keep
get on
turning
the
and shooting.
Well done, Porro. Nelson went for him. Arsenal on the attack. Both teams looking a bit cagey here defensively. Havertz switches it.
Yeah.
Kulu, you got to get out there. Arsenal with a bit of time and space. Zinchenko, do not switch off Tottenham.
Come on, lads.
Out wide to white.
Get their Destiny.
Odegaard. Well
There,
done.
thank you,
well done.
Destiny.
Fucking
That's
well
ours.
done, kid.
Come on. Thank you, Destiny.
Great defending. Come on. 4 minutes left. Oh, Smith Rowe's coming on. His father's a Spurs fan. He's coming on for Saka.
Saka off.
Come on, 4 minutes left. There's trying to time waste. Making subs in injury time. Come on, I'll be buzzing with the draw if we could get it. I'll be elated if we could get the winner. Last minute, 3-2, Richie, Pigeon, be unreal.
Come on, boys.
Richie
Come on,
holds it up well.
Richie. Nah.
Oh,
Saliba wins out. Come on,
Gabriel.
Tottenham. Come on, lads. Oh.
Oh.
Got to pounce on that, Pierre.
Arsenal looking to fashion one more chance.
Step out. Come on, lads.
Tottenham retreating here a little. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, it's back. Switch to Liverpool for a minute. Oh, no. Oh, it's a ball across. Since he does well. Smith Rowe. Gabriel. Oh, well
nice
done, Kulu. 2.5 minutes left for Tottenham to hold on here at the Emirates.
Come on, Kulu.
Smith Rowe. Sprays it out wide to Saliba. Odegaard. Jorginho. Zinchenko. Tottenham trying to keep shape. Arsenal looking to fashion too much chances. It's in behind Pedro Porro. He deals with it. Kulu. Win a free kick, kid. Well done, Kulu. He's done the only thing he could with that. Go on, Richie. And he's shanked it. No. Smith Rowe. In behind to get it. Romero bodies him. Basuma. No way. Fuck off, ref. No way. He even picks up the ball for us.
Can't tackle anymore. You literally can't with this ref. Can't make a tackle.
Joke. Oh, Smith Rowe. Porro, you have to deal with this. And Kulu, well done. Papa Matasar doesn't get out. It's a ball towards the back post. Well done with Adoji. 1 minute left. 1 minute, 10 seconds to hold on. Ben White. Arsenal fans, they want the winner. Richie trying to work hard, trying to lead the press. Solomon's going with him. Solomon tries to nick it. Papa Matasar, please. Oh, Papa Matasar, it's a poor ball. That was the chance. That was the chance. That was the breakaway. Basuma picks it up. Beach Tree. You've got Kulu.
Find him.
Ball to Kulu. This is the breakaway we need. Kulu
cuts it back to Richie.
Oh, it's a poor strike. That was it. That was the chance. Is it a corner? No.
Let's see. Yeah. Deflected.
Corner.
Deflected.
Corner. Come on, one more chance. One more chance.
Come on, Richie.
Come on, please.
Let's kick at the game here. Pedro Porro whips it in. Nobody there.
Cleared. Oh, yeah, of course he does.
He's blown 90th minute. Come on!
Come on!
We'll take the point!
Come on! Will you take him at the Emirates? At the Scumrits? Come on!
Man! Oh, the most composed man in the stadium. No flapping of the arms, no screaming about, no running around his touchline. The Lego man, all that huffing and puffing for nothing, all for a point, all to be rattled. Their title, push. It looks like it's not going to be happening this year. Mr. Arteta, the process is not looking like it's happening. Our own process over with Ange looks like it's purring right now. Spurs get a draw, first time in a long time. Usually they haven't even ended in draws, right, Dave? They usually just end in wins or defeats. Yeah. Usually someone ends up in heartbreak. Like I said, someone usually grabs a winner. Someone has the heartbreak. Not the case this time, but I would say actually Arsenal fans are probably definitely more heartbroken than us. I mean, I'm going to bed, Dave. I mean, kind of, carefree. I'm going to bed happy, clappy. I'm going to bed with on almost cloud nine, really. I mean, like I said, if we actually won this game, I think it would have gone completely delirious. It probably would have jumped out the window right there. It would have been uncontrollable. But really, I think a point you absolutely take. And we even said this, before in our pre-match thoughts. When you look at it, Spurs, in a way, went into this one with really nothing to lose other than pride and just kind of bragging rights. Whereas Arsenal, they have this whole sort of project, this whole long-term thing with Arteta building up to these big games. And yet, once again, this season, they looked unconvincing and they couldn't get it over the line. There's going to be a lot more talking about Arsenal tonight than there really is going to be about Spurs. Definitely far more talking about Arsenal tonight.
Absolutely spot on, Jack. I mean, look, I'm absolutely delighted with that, right? That'll feel like a loss to them and a win to Tottenham. You know, these new players went in there. They haven't been beaten up badly. I'd argue they were the better team, Jack. So that now rewrites the North London history for the next 10 years. It gives us a good platform to build on. We will beat them at our place. Look, let's be honest about it, right? Rob Jones gave them that game. He booked Edozie when he should have booked Saka before that. It opened up the left-hand side for them in that first half and that spell of dominance because they knew Edozie couldn't make another rash tackle straight away. And then the penalty decision as well. If they're going to take that long to look at it and no one knows what it is, you don't give it. But they decided to. So the referee gave them that point. For us, Jack, to give away the penalty, right? And I've seen Tottenham fold in times gone by. When the referee decisions go against them, you see them fold. Not being able to string two passes together at the Emirates. I've seen Tottenham teams, you know, when referee decisions have gone against them, like the penalty, they collapse and just give in completely. We didn't do that today. We went there. We tried to implement and impose our style on them, and I'd argue we were the better team coming out of there. Unlucky not to win. Brennan Johnson had a couple of chances. Richie nearly a couple of chances near the end. Apart from that, what did Arsenal really sort of pose us apart from the referee and set pieces? They're the new West Ham. I ain't worried about them, Jack. Spurs fans will go home, they're happier today. I'm absolutely buzzing. Get through this one unscathed. Big tasty one with Liverpool at the weekend at home in our stadium. The momentum will be carry on. The place will be bouncing. And with that energy and togetherness the whole club have right now, why can't we turn over Liverpool? Last year, this North London derby, both teams went into it unbeaten, right? We lost our season, got derailed. It's not going to happen this season. We've gone into the Lions Den and we've shown we're a match for anybody on their day and we can fight. Absolutely super proud of the boys today. Super proud of Ange Postecoglou. Still unbeaten and we keep fucking moving. I'm just going to nip to the toilet. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Super proud of this team, super proud of Ange, super proud of these players, super proud of this fan base, super proud of us, here, pulling together. It felt like, these games, they take so much out of you. You really do have to back your lads. You have to back everybody else around you. It's almost like we're all kind of just, basically holding on for dear life together, like a roller coaster, really. And we ended up getting through it. We can all relax now. And I feel like, in fact, Arsenal can't relax. They're probably, not having any sort of exhale of any kind. Spurs fans sort of leave this game with a big exhale, feeling good about themselves. It's exactly what we want to be seeing. It's exactly how we want to feel. And it's just good to feel just sort of proud of a performance like this in North London derby. When was the last time we felt this proud? Absolutely. Dark Sun G with the super chat. Come on, you Spurs. Great result. We got a point at the Gooners that we did, Dark Sun G. When was the last time we've done that? Super long. And also, too, it felt like these always do end up in some sort of winner, some sort of kind of, final climax of some type. And I guess it didn't happen this time. There was definitely some sketchy moments from some set pieces from them. And then also, too, we had some breakaways that we could have, maybe taken too, but absolutely take every point of this. This is a huge opportunity for us to build on this. And I think this is a huge momentum boost for us, Dark Sun G, much more of a momentum boost than it really is for anybody else, or for Arsenal, should I say. And then Jerome as well saying, I am disappointed that we should have won. It was a terrific game, Jerome. And I saw that you were keeping the faith. You were very proud of the performance in the first half. I bet you were more proud of the performance in the second half because, again, right, we went down to come back. And there's so many predictions, I must say, that people had out there that did end up coming true. I remember a lot of 2-2s, a lot of Desmonds were thrown out there by various people, but also too, Jerome, felt like, a lot of people felt like there was going to be moments where Spurs were going to have to go down to come back. They were going to have to show their nerve. They were going to have to show that they could be able to pick themselves up from a low point and try to build on that and get back into the game. And they've done that here, Jerome. They've done it once again, where they were able to, go down. In one case, you would say really, like, I wouldn't even know if it was unlucky. I think it was just poor defending kind of from Udogie, like Dave brought up there, and poor defending from Romero, right? We kind of just individual mistake kind of just gave Arsenal that, that leg up. We've done that in the past. We let our heads drop in the past. And then the game we just sort of gave to them. Didn't do that this time. And then actually in the second half, far more hard done by. Just
Mm.
felt like the ref, was just looking for any opportunity to try to give them that. I do think it was a penalty. I don't even know if it was as dubious as people say it is. I do think it is sort of a penalty in the modern day, but maybe there's some things before the handball that could have been analyzed a bit more, like maybe Ben White, handling it, or there was that foul off the ball as well with Gabrielle and Madison that could have been looked at a bit deeper. But knowing it was the North London Derby, knowing how the referee already was, I wasn't really expecting any favors really from them. I think we knew it was going to be given against us, and we were able to battle back and bounce back from that too. Jerome showed a lot of character on the day, a lot of character.
Big up, Jerome, and that's the biggest thing about this Tottenham team.
Yeah.
That was what it was all about today, right? The test of the character of this Tottenham team. And we stood up and answered. You look at some of our youngest players, some of our best players out there today, which we need to pick man of the matches. So, Jack, while I'll go on my little monologue, I've got Son and Papa Matasar in there. I thought was absolutely outstanding today. So think of another two that maybe we could put forward, and you can't have Richarlison or Højbjerg, Jack. But look, when it comes to today, right, you look at it. Edozie, despite that 10-minute tough spell, to play the rest of the rest of the game on the yellow card in the manner he did, still getting stuck in, still getting down the line, absolutely outstanding bottle from that kid. Papa Matasar, our best midfielder today on the pitch. I encourage everyone to go back and look at that game, especially in the first half. The amount of times Papa Matasar got in there, dislodged the ball, made a nuisance of himself, but also picking up positions to receive the ball and get turned. Absolutely outstanding. And that's just from our younger guys. Then you go on to the likes of Son.
Yeah.
Today, steely mentality. You put the ball in behind for that guy, it's in the back of the net.
Steely.
He's just
Very well said.
deadly.
Yeah. I would actually go for today for man of the match, Sonaldo, just because when we needed Brennan Johnson to finish, he didn't. Sonaldo did, and one of them was a spectacular finish. Like, really, that first one was stunning and was exactly at the time that we needed it. And the second one, too, great work from Madison to give it to Sonny. But again, great composure once again from Sonny. You just have no doubt that he's going to put it past him. I would give it to Pop Matasar for his bravery today, just his, fighting attitude, just getting all about the pitch. He makes great decisions on the ball, don't get me wrong, but he just wins it back for us. He's just a real fighter and a real warrior for this team, and actually showed a lot more sort of kind of grit than even some of the other guys, in the team that were older than him, which says a lot. Pedro Porro, I thought, was a real leader out there. I thought he was, again, good defensively for the most part. He probably didn't have as great of a test, but Jesus is a good player, and he's got tidy feet. And he's clever at times as well. And Pedro Porro did pretty well with him. Also, he did well in kind of maybe the more dangerous moments to sort of clear things up. And then I think in possession, he was the guy that, like I usually say, starts most of the moves. He gets a lot of kind of the play opened up from just his passes, his, the times that he drifts inside. He plays those beautiful progressive passes forward. I think he's had a terrific day, Pedro Porro. And then I would give it to Kulusevski as well. I think Kulusevski was probably the main creative force. That right-hand side of Pedro Porro and Kulusevski, what I would probably argue maybe the better players on the day, that right-hand side between the two. They really did start most of the moves. And they also, when I think about it, weren't really as sloppy on the ball as maybe others were at times. I wouldn't say anybody was really terribly sloppy on the ball, but if you were to say who were the most composed, Pedro Porro and Kulusevski for me. They were really great in possession, I thought, in general.
So for the man of the match, Paul Jacko, we've got Son, we've got Papa we've got Son, Papa Matasar, Van de Ven, and Kulusevski in up for man of the match for the votes today. So everybody, the poll is now up. Get your votes in. I see a lot of people saying they're going to vote for VDV, which is very, very interesting. So get your votes in on that poll for man of the match, Jacko.
VDV is thrown in there. So maybe, so who did we leave out then, Dave, in that case, if it was VDV? Because I think I had Pedro Porro. Oh, we left out Porro. Wow. Interesting there. VDV was absolutely spectacular in possession, so I could see why, but I think Porro had a spectacular game. Let me know in the chat if anybody agrees.
Well, they outvote you, Jack. I've seen a lot of people saying...
And then...
Sorry, I was just going to say, the chat outvote you, Jack. I see a lot of people saying they want Van de Ven in there. They said they think he's the real man of the match.
I mean, we need to see a Van de Ven in there, and I'm happy to be vetoed. Always have that veto power over me completely. Big up to everybody. Absolutely loving this, and really looking forward to seeing how everybody feels about the game. It's a great point. Come on, Tottenham, everybody. But let's get back to the chat here, and yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did. I'm just trying to catch up here. Sorry, the chat just sort of It's I think we are with Al Ben here. Big up to Al Ben. Yeah. Al Ben says, this guy, Van de Ven, I'm stunned at what he is showing. Only 22, and to have just arrived in the Premier League, he is so impressive. There you are, Al Ben. It shows that I've been completely missing out on this Van de Ven, love and this Van de Ven conversation. Need to catch up with you guys here. And I think in general, he was so composed on the ball. He made great decisions. Defensively too, right? I can't think of any sketchy moments of him. He actually dealt with everything pretty well. He actually had a better day than Romero. He had a better day than Romero defensively. Probably had a better day than Romero, maybe on the ball too. Romero, I think, is always underrated in the passes that he can make in possession. But Van de Ven, for someone that's fresh to this North London derby, fresh to the Premier League, also even younger than Romero, really was, again, just the symbol of composure today. So I really should be giving him more praise. Absolutely.
The thing is, Jack, I don't even think he lost a battle today. I think he won every single battle, but in possession, he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Passed it when he needed to and ran with it when he needed to. The only little sort of hesitancy he had all game was when someone went to pass it back to Vicario and he sort of just let it go. I think Nketiah nearly scored from it. It was a good save from Big Vic. Again, Big Vic unlucky maybe not to be thrown in there. But Van de Ven, apart from that, he didn't really put a foot wrong today. He was actually solid, even when they tried to play him behind him. And in the second half, actually, Jack, he helped Van de Ven massively. When I come to think of it, he helped Doji massively down that left-hand side in the second half, actually.
Definitely. Absolutely. Top man, Al Ben. Loving to see the love for Mickey Van de Ven. Definitely need to see some more of it. Dark Sun G saying, Sun is the North London derby killer. Again, Rob Jones protects them. What a prediction, Dark Sun G, on Rob Jones. I mean, you slipped it in right before, we even got kicked off. And you said, by the way, guys, this is the referee from that Brentford game. And I mean, he's outdone himself from the Brentford game. He's really just turned that, terrible refereeing day into, what I just didn't think this was possible. Amount of the, calls that he was giving them that were just so soft, so many breaks that he just kept giving them. Anytime that we put them under pressure, anytime that we were about to win the ball back high up the pitch, just any sort of kind of contact that he would give them to get them out, sort of that they would be able to have something to, lean on or rely upon. Just having that referee sort of as that 12th man for them, Dark Sun G. It just really was just too annoying. And also Sonny stepping up and being that North London derby hero for us. When was the last time that we got a point, Dark Sun G? And Sonny getting both of the goals. You need somebody to be clinical. You need somebody to, and he's that guy. Others weren't, but he was, and that's what Sonny's all about. He's absolutely ruthless with his chances. North London derby killer. He's the but I don't know. Maybe my understanding of he's an assassin. Yeah, he's an assassin. And, I feel like people have different understandings of mercenary. So I'm going to say he's an assassin. He's a paid assassin. Adrian Chia says, we still unbeaten and Raya lost his clean sheet. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, I wonder how many times they panned to Ramsdale during this game, Adrian Chia. And also, too, Declan Rice, right? Dave brought it up. The universal midfielder, the best midfielder, so to speak, in the world, being taken off at halftime. Only for Jorginho to actually give up the second goal as well, which makes it even more funny. So many howlers from the Lego man. And also, too, I think David Raya, can't save Sonny. I mean, Sonny's going to finish it past anybody. He doesn't care who's in goal. He's not intimidated by anybody that's standing behind the stick. Sonny's going to finish it past you.
Yeah, look, Sonny's absolutely deadly. That's the thing. We were crying out for a new North London derby hero. Harry Kane was that for the last decade. Now we've got one, and it's Son Aldo. Absolutely buzzing for the guy. Ruthless when you put him in behind. As for Raya, pulled off one good save, but look, this is the thing. This is why Arteta's going to get sacked before the end of the season, Jack. He's tinkering with things too much, right? He came in here, he got a young, hungry squad, a bit like what Pochettino done with Tottenham, and because they want to make a career, if he says jump, they'll ask how high. Now he's starting to upsettle some of them. The football on the pitch isn't as good to watch, and he could be sacked by the end of the season. I already see some disgruntlement in there, if you want me to be brutally honest. But Adrian Chia, still unbeaten.
Yeah, they're tearing each other apart right now.
Let's be honest, right? If you would have said to us when the fixtures come out, going into that Liverpool home game, we'd remain unbeaten. And you would have looked at it and said, Arsenal away, Brentford away, Man United at home. No way. Well, here we are today, unbeaten, my man.
Yeah.
And I would say to people now, start believing. Are we in a title challenge? I would suggest yes, we are. We didn't think we'd be unbeaten. Now you got to start believing. Great result today.
And this was a huge test to see what Spurs are made of, and Spurs are definitely made of something good, Adrian. Made of something strong, something that can, hold its resolve, something that can hold its nerve. Steve D says bookies had Arsenal as big favorites. Massive point. I think Brad Matthews, in his prediction, threw in a bet, on Spurs getting a result in this one. Hopefully he got some rewards. And I hope some Spurs fans back their team today to maybe get one over the bookies. I must say the bookies are definitely pleased with how the referee performed today, because he gave them every single call that they needed. Hopefully somebody at least knew that Rob Jones was going to blow, plenty of, blow his whistle plenty of times, because you definitely got the over and under on the fouls called. Jeez, I mean, it was just relentless. So Steve D, at least the bookies we know, definitely played a part with that referee. Dark Sun G says, Gooners thought Zinchenko over Udoji. Laughed my ass off. And Madison over Odegaard. Yeah, the toilet cleaner. But listen, I think Odegaard, he's always going to be a good player. He's always one of their big, creative threats. And I think the debate between Madison and Odegaard is actually just a fun debate between two great players and two great creative midfielders. I think you're really satisfied with either. With Zinchenko versus Udoji, like, it was just ignorant. It was just silly. Like, it was just them pretending like they haven't watched any Spurs games of the last 5 or 6 or something. It was just sad, really. Just everybody pretending like they hadn't even heard of Udogie, like they hadn't even seen anything from the kid. And yet you see all these other praises of people saying, has anybody seen this Destiny Udogie? He's looking like a top left back. People are talking about him as maybe one of the best left backs in the Prem already. And then come North London Derby week, all of a sudden everybody's forgotten who he is. Nobody can really remember who he is. And Zinchenko wins out easy. It's just sad, Dark Sun. Yeah, just sad. That was the part of the combined 11s I couldn't understand. Really couldn't. Zinchenko's always been a weak link for them as well. Kulusevski ruined him.
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't even a
Daniel
debate.
Larson.
Wasn't even a debate. Sorry, Jack, I got
Yeah. And Daniel Larson, member for 17 Months Fan Show member, says most players improved massively in the second half, and Arsenal most of the time did not know what to do. Yeah. Come on, you Spurs. Do you feel like everybody improved throughout the game, Dave? They all kind of grew into it more and more?
Yeah, look, Jack, for me, I think so. When you look at Tottenham over the last couple of seasons, we are a second half team. Second half against Brentford was when we got going. Second half against Sheffield United when we went and won the game. Same against Man United as well. Killed the game off against Bournemouth in the second half as well. We are a second half team. We were under Antonio Conte as well. And I think, I did say, first half Tottenham were slow. We were caught in possession way too much. People were almost too laid back. I don't think they were expecting Arsenal to come and snap at their heels the way they were, but you have to expect that in a derby game. But the second half, and I knew we'd get better in the second half. I knew we'd shape up, we'd focus up, and that's exactly what we've done. And look, we were unlucky not to go and win that game today, Jacko. Son had a good chance. Pedro Porro, if there was a better ball onto Sonny, maybe we would have ended up winning that game. But look, we were much better in the second half, and we always get better in the second half. That's why when we got into half-time, I was sort of confident enough that we weren't going to lose this game.
That's a fair point, right? That over the last few seasons, Spurs have been very good in second halves, and Ange Postecoglou has continued that trend, and that's true. Like, getting into that first half, unscathed, feeling like you're still in it, you can actually, go into the second half feeling more confident than you would have, beginning the game. It's a very good point there. Top man, Daniel Larson. Hopefully you're feeling good this evening, my man. I know you're a bundle of nerves, I think you said before the game, so hopefully you can relax now. Legend. Dark Sun G says, Ange Ball is still unbeaten. 2 draws, the Bees and the Gooners. 2 different teams. Brent, look at the moments from the referees too, Dark Sun G. You usually have a lot of things riding against you, but I must say Spurs have held their nerve in both occasions and been able to battle back, and I think this is a massive point for us. Ange Ball, coming out of this, the victor by the looks of things, definitely more than Arteta, that's for sure. And Dark Sun G follows up by saying Vicario gave us 1 point when Lloris never did. Come on, you Spurs. Dave, I'll let you take this one because I usually go a little too far with Lloris. I must say, Vicario showed what Lloris hadn't in the last season. Like last season, Lloris pretty much made 2 ginormous mistakes that led to Arsenal getting a lot of momentum and kind of ending up and going on and winning the game. Vicario practically plays a huge part in getting us this point. He kept us in this game, especially in the first half. You would probably put him up there as one of the better players in that first half.
100%, Jack. Look, I've always argued you get a lot of these old players out that have been here 10, 11 years and become stale. You'll see a much better product on the pitch. And look, I think we found it hard to come to terms that Hugo Lloris, who saved us so many times in years gone by, was on the decline and sort of finished that Premier League level, right? We found it hard to accept that. But Big Vic coming in here today, you know, he's been sensational since he's come in, Jack. And today, again, was another huge test of his character, right? Pulled off 2 great saves in the first half to keep us in this game. Absolutely brilliant for him. But not only that, Jack, it's the distribution. It brings that element of calmness that we can play out from the back and we can go and impose our game on them. And it stems from the back. And I've always said that. People have always been like, you know, in years go by, we want to play out from the back. And it's like, but we're trying. We just don't have the players to execute it. Now we've got the players to execute it, and that starts with Vicario. If you remember at the home game last season against Arsenal, twice we went back to Hugo Lloris with Arsenal pressing us. Twice he ballooned it long. Twice they scored off the back of it. Well, that didn't happen this game because we didn't need to go long. Vicario is composed. He can play the ball out from the back. He can pick the passes, which then allows us to have a go at them. And that was the catalyst for us being able to get the result today. Spot on.
Love Big Vic, my friend, and he's a boss in goal. Really is a boss in goal, Dark Sun G. And I also just love even his reactions, you know, afterwards. He just keeps the team in check. He doesn't do too much screaming at them, but also does a lot of communication. He just seems to be just a great leader back there behind the sticks. Dark Sun G says, Sarr over Rice any day. Plus, he was cheaper and did far more. I think you'd take Basuma and Sarr still over Rice. This wasn't even Basuma's best version of himself today, and we know he can be far better than that. And he got stuck in. Still, I think he showed that he still can do the defensive side very well, even if he's maybe not on his best game, you know, on the ball. But too, Sarr, I mean, he's just a one-of-a-kind midfielder. He could do it all. He can get up and down. He can be able to be that box-to-box midfielder. He can be able to as well get stuck in for us. He tracks back. He's just an all-around action midfielder. It feels like it's just the position he's playing under Postecoglou right now. It's just so perfect for him. He's only getting better and better. He's just, and the fact that I even found out just recently too from a lot of you guys in the chat actually saying that he's apparently going to be homegrown at one stage for us, Dark Sun G. He's going to qualify as a homegrown player for Tottenham. I mean, that's awesome. Just incredible business on our behalf. It's unbelievable. Pop Matasar, he's just, I love the kid. Absolutely love the kid. And he was one of the players that really stood out today, I think, for the whole 90 minutes. Just was a guy that ran himself into the ground, showed the effort, showed the desire that most people talk about, right? Even if you end up losing, you want to see the guys giving their absolute all out there. And I would say Sarr, you would definitely throw in that category for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
For sure.
And then Angel Matos with a super chat. Saying Arsenal are better than Brentford, own goal plus a penalty, same level teams. Come on, you Spurs, Ange Paul forever. Brentford actually got a smacking from Everton today, but Dave, I mean, what would you make of Arsenal right now? And also, what would you make of just sort of where Spurs are at in comparison to the rest of the Premier League? Like, how do they look?
Look, I would argue, Jack, Spurs have a trajectory, right? We're on an upward path. There's nowhere else Arsenal can go from where they are, but backwards. And I think they're at a sort of, I think they're stagnating a little bit, if you want me to be brutally honest, Jack. Look, you know the prediction I put out there in my tweet before I get them up there. I don't think Arteta lasts the season this season. After spending millions, hundreds of millions of pounds, and then the performances they're putting in this season with all the, you know, what was it? We seen that stupid dance for Declan Rice signing and all them things. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Yet their football's got worse. It's slowed down. Do you know what? Do you know why Arsenal were good last year? It's because they were quick. They were like lightning at times. It's slowed down this year. It's too slow. And that's because of some of the signings they made. Havertz, Rice, people like that. And I think their wheels are falling off, Jack, and Tottenham's trajectory is on the way up. But what I will say to everybody out there, expect it to get tougher. You know, the better we do, the more referees are going to try and influence the game. Like Angel Matas says here, against Brentford, right? That penalty was given against Sonny. Why didn't we get one last week for James Maddison against Sheffield United? Why didn't we get one for Lisandro Martinez on Romero against Man United as well? I know I'm beginning to sound like Kai from AFTV, but maybe the guys had a case all along. But look, it's an absolute joke. I'm sick of the referees trying to hold Tottenham back. We know everyone else hates us in the league. Wear that as a badge of honour, because this team with this manager, we're going in to upset the apple cart. And I cannot wait, Jack. You know, I relish and love spoiling parties. And that's what we are this year. We are the party pooper. Arsenal fans have gone home. They're going to drown their sorrows. We're going to have to get people down Seven Sisters Road now with buckets, actually, Jack. I just need to get the council to get down there with sandbags so we can stop the flood coming up towards White Hart Lane with all that. Cheers.
That's right.
But look, chat, we're on an upward trajectory. And I'll just say to Spurs fans out there, bloody enjoy it.
Love it. Angel Matos. Love it from Dave there as well. Ange Ball forever, Angel. Ange Ball forever. Dark Sun G as well, saying last season we gave them a pen at their place and Royale got a red card. And then we ended up losing at 3-1. Not today. Also, no Dyer and Sessegnon and Lloris. And we got a result at the Emirates because of that. Let's be honest, Dark Sun G. We look at the 11 today. We're actually confident in the 11. Most seasons gone by, like there were a couple of players that you always were like, just going to have to suck it up, just going to have to tolerate it and, see if they can, surprise us and put in an okay performance that can get us over the line. But you never felt confident in certain players in that 11 for a few seasons. And now Spurs fans can feel confident in that whole 11. They really can. And confident with a lot more options off the bench now than really in the past too. And Royale is kind of an example of kind of what used to happen to us. We used to play pretty well. Like I even think we played pretty well last season and up until that second half. And then just a lapse of concentration from Emerson, lapses of concentration from Lloris. It just all led to our undoing. And it just felt like even when you played well, you can't have those individual mistakes because they will pounce on that and they will ride that and they will get the win. If you give them those sort of legs up, if you give them those freebies. And despite the freebies that we gave them today in Romero's case and also with the handball, Spurs still battled back and they still, showed the nerve to come back into it. It was a really terrific day, Dark Sun G. And Dave, it was a main talking point for you, I believe, right? The difference between last season's North London derby at the Emirates and how this one, went.
Well, Jack, look, I've had these conversations with you, for various sort of streams we were doing about that's what's going to be the difference, right? The carry in goals, being able to keep goals out, but play out from the back. Van der Ven instead of Dyer. Look at Van der Ven today up there for man of the match. Doji down the left-hand side instead of a Sessegnon or a Davies. And I said going into the game, Jack, before, Arsenal have had it easy, right, with our backline. We all know how crap it was. It was deteriorating. It was falling apart. Well, now that we've got a proper backline, we gave them a test and they did not like it. And for me, that's another massive part of the difference, right? I always argued last year, you need to plug the left-hand side. You need to plug centre-back. You need a new goalkeeper. We've done that. And then that gives you the platform to be able to go and build on and go and win games of football. And I also said last year, it's the difference between, picking up a draw or losing games. And plugging our holes defensively is now paying off and we're getting the rewards from it. We're turning games that we would have lost last year into draws and games that we would have drew last year into wins, Jack.
Yeah, spot on, Dave. Absolutely. And Dark Sun G was a huge talking point ahead of this and it ended up working out for us, us turning it around and learning from those mistakes. It was a huge talking point ahead of this.
I just wanted to say it quickly as well, but, this is where Tottenham deserve credit for the recruitment as well. For quite some time now, we've all voiced our displeasure about the recruitment. I know me and you, Jack, we saw it as soon as we signed the likes of Gale and Papa Massar, what way we were going. So you could argue we were first on the case. But, since then, there's been a lot of people out there that have continued to ridicule the recruitment. And I think it's time to come out and start praising the recruitment and acknowledging the recruitment we've done. We've upgraded in positions, as Dark Sun G has highlighted.
And even just quickly, Vandal Ross, just underneath, in the most recent comments of Vicario after a nervous start has been very impressive. His passion runs through the team. And I would extend that through a lot of the players that we've signed, that their passion is clear. They actually care about the team. They care about the club. They clearly care about their own career. They care about their progression. We've even seen in the case when players have had bad moments in this team that they seem to respond well to it. Pedro Porro slamming a medicine ball, into his wall after having a bad game. Emerson Royale, apparently having, comments, the negative comments read aloud to him to use as motivation. Even just look at his physical transformation. Like I've said, Emerson has turned into he's all beefed up and muscled up compared to when he first came in here, compared to other guys that we've seen who've been here for years. Feels like I've never seen, any of their sort of muscles or any sort of kind of, physicality really improve all that much. So I'll be honest, it's just a far different mentality, far more passion on this side than ever before. It's terrific. It really is. And I like that comment, Randall, and you're spot on about that as well.
Just quickly, Jack.
Welsh Gal saying, pleased with the result. Lads stood tall. Poundland Pep is not good enough. Big Ange Express train. Great watch along. Cheers, Dave and Jack. Big up. Beers out. Beers up if you hate Arsenal, Welsh Gal. And also let us know IPA of choice tonight. I might be honest, I'll be honest with you. You might have a few IPAs. So you go for maybe the session. That's a new thing these days with the hipster beer lovers. So there's a thing called a session IPA where you're allowed to have more than one, and kind of be able to ride out through the night without feeling the hangover as much, or really feeling the effects of a strong IPA. So Welsh Gal, let me know if you might be considering a session tonight on that Big Ange Express train. Choo choo, absolutely. I really do appreciate you tuning in for all the watch alongs. The lad stood tall, absolutely right. Poundland Pep is not good enough. Dave, say something to Welsh Gal.
Yeah, look, Poundland Pep, B-Tech Pep, V-Tech Pep, whatever you want to call him, he's an embarrassment. Look at him crying straight away when they conceded a goal. And look, Big Ange, I hope he puts him on the team bus with us going back up to Tottenham. We hold him to ransom. Make Arsenal pay to get him back. But Welsh Gal, you, 892 others in the chat. I don't drink, but I do fucking love Coca-Cola. So let's crack it open. Let's have a big cheers together at home and celebrate this draw away at Arsenal. For me, all week long we've had to hear.
What do the tears taste like? Are there any tears in that one?
Jack, it's full of tears. It's Coca-Cola with Arsenal tears. So it's a special flavored one I got ordered in for today. And I'm going to give you a taste test now any moment. But all week we've heard Paul Merson ridiculing Tottenham. Darren Bent, no, Tottenham will get into the Arsenal 11. Well, go and cry more. You're just upset at Harry Redknapp told you that his granny would put the ball in the back of the net and you wouldn't, which is the truth. And, everyone, Jack, all week, Tottenham think where's this confidence going to come from? They think they're going to rock up to the Emirates and play Ange ball. Well, get some fucking respect. It's Postecoglou ball. Everyone at home, cheers, celebrate, and just down it like Stone Cold Steve Bloody Austin. Woo!
Coke's up, beers up if you hate Arsenal, everybody. We got the point. Tottenham are feeling strong. Tottenham are feeling confident. The lads stood tall. Exactly right, Welsh Gal. Pleased with the result. Everybody should be. Have a good night. Have a good weekend, Welsh Gal. Really appreciate you as always. Dark Sun G saying, this is the type of away North London derby we missed for so long. It was so close to even grabbing 3 points, Dark Sun G. And then Dave probably would have smashed the Coke can on his head, and probably would have drank it, I imagine. But it's just terrific to feel just like we can actually let out, a breath of fresh air. We can let out some relief. We all, when we even got that corner, at the end, we were like, damn, is this the last kick of the game? Like, it feels like we got the point here, or we're going to get the winner. It was a terrific feeling even then. Just as it's far different. It's a feeling we haven't had in a long time. It feels foreign even to me right now. I haven't had this sort of a feeling after North London derby. Usually you're just waiting for the heartbreak. Even when you play well, sometimes you're just expecting kind of the heartbreak to go your way, but not this time, Dark Sun G. Not this time. 2J. In both games, we've drawn, we've scored, and an own goal and given a penalty in both games. Otherwise, we'd be top of the table. Very good point, actually, there. In the fact that in Brentford's case, they got a very lucky penalty. I think Embuemo missed a huge sitter, but again, that's not our problem, if the team is missing sitters. But you have to say, referee Rob Jones played a huge part, I imagine, in both games. Brentford, I remember he played a big part, and obviously in giving them the penalty. I remember being pretty annoyed by him in some other occasions too. But this game, I mean, he really kept Arsenal in it as best as he possibly could. 2J. So that is a considerable thing to worth note. It's definitely something to take note of.
No, big up, 2J. Great to see you in the building, my man. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir, and hopefully life over there is good, my man, and hopefully all the Spurs fans in and around where you are absolutely enjoying themselves. I know your family are big Spurs fans as well, so big up to them, 2J. Great to have you in the building, my man. And look, you're right. This is what I keep saying about the referees, right? They're interfering in our games too much. If the referees gave the right decisions or they were consistent with their decisions, we would be top of the league. However, as Spurs fans, and I've always tried to point this out, this is what we're up against. We're always going to be up against it. No one wants to see Tottenham do well. And so I'll wear it as a badge of honor, to be honest. I actually enjoy being hated. You've even got Salty Gunners in the chat here now. So everyone, I'm not going to ban him. I just want you to play with him a little. What's his name? Where is he? Richard Hutchinson, you bunch. You didn't win.
Derek Hutchinson, take him on. Where's Derek? Derek, kick him out of here, Derek. Get him out, Derek, because you need the Hutchinsons after each other.
Jack, if someone in the chat could very kindly, collect the bucket, get some tears from this guy and send them over to me. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And work away with him in the chat. Tell him how much of a loser he is and his club is. And, he's saying here we didn't win. Great. Well, obviously he's crying because they didn't win. And it feels like a loss to him. It feels like a win to us. So cry more, in the words of Richarlison.
Yeah, more words of Richarlison. Absolutely love it. Also, Mark New, I just want to get a quick correction before we get to the next one here. But Mark New saying that there are going to be red umbrellas all throughout London tonight, filled with Gooner tears. Dave, I feel like it's more just a slight correction to Mark New. Would you say maybe more, just nice lily white, umbrella? Because, you're trying to fend off the tears. You don't want to get wet with Gooner tears. I know you're drinking the tears, but you don't want to get soaked from the Gooner tears. You want to be drinking them.
Yeah, exactly, Jack. You want to be drinking them. So what I'd say, Jack, turn the umbrellas upside down so you actually turn it into, so you can collect the tears. And then from there, Mark, we'll let people know what bar we decide to put it on tap for the Spurs fans up around Tottenham as well, my man.
Top man. And 2J, good to see you in the house as always, 2J. Really do appreciate your support for us. And as well, it's maybe if you want to go extra on Cloud9, you could say maybe we were hard done by in both games. We should have gotten all 6 points, in the Brentford game and the Arsenal game. Love it, 2J. Dark Sun G says that this defensive line and the goalkeeper is the best in a long, long time. Remember the time we used Davies, Sanchez, Dyer, Lloris, Doherty, and Sessegnon, Bobo the Clown, Sissoko, Tanguy, Winks, etc. Like I said, Dark Sunji earlier, so many players that you could name that used to be in the starting 11 pretty consistently that you just didn't really feel all that confident in. You didn't really like, for the most part. Like, you just felt like they weren't really good enough to even be in this team, good enough to even really wear the shirt sort of thing. And we just had to sort of suck it up and tolerate it, I guess, for a long time. And now we can actually have a team that we can actually feel confident in, a back line that we feel confident in, players that we know we can rely upon. Big Vic getting us out of big moments today. Mickey Van de Ven showing the composure that no left-sided center back has shown in a long time at Tottenham Hotspur. And then, too, in the case of Romero, who's now he wore the captain's armband today and saw out the rest of that game, right? Despite maybe having some iffy moments earlier, he still had the composure to see out the rest of the game and get us that draw, Mr. Romero. And it's just a defense I can get behind. Udogie as well, Pedro Porro, Emerson. I just love them all. I love that whole back line, actually. All of a sudden, that back line I can actually get behind.
I just want to add one thing to that just quickly, Jack. I'm not going to repeat anything that you and Dark Sun G have said. And look, I know I've had a lot of arguments with people about the likes of Dyer and Davies and Sanchez and people like that, Doherty, Aurier. Look, I don't want to, I don't want to continue to fall out with people over it. But look, we've moved on now. It's benefited us. So all I say is to people out there that I maybe have argued with over sort of that stuff, give me a second chance and hear me out now on my opinions now that the losers are gone and we've got winners in here. And look, let's all just band together as a band of brothers and let's take this roller coaster, see where it brings us.
Let's take this roller coaster, see where it brings us. Just quickly, some members joining the chat. Good to see you, Neil Shafton. Neil Shafton etiquette says no white after September. Good to know, Neil. Chankel also says good draw. Definitely moments where it could have gone either way. I'll take it. And Chelsea lose yet again. Cherries on top of them. Interesting. there, Chankle. Seeing Pochettino, things still not going very well. And also Menace Mendez was, giving it large to the Richard guy, Dave, for you. And he's a member as well, saying when the referee is your 12th man on the pitch and you still didn't beat Spurs. That's absolutely class. What's even that one thing? What's even that one thing where like somebody even said to us, like, of course they beat us, we're shit, Jesus fast. I love that excuse. Can't even beat Spurs with the 12th man. Can't even beat Spurs with the 12th man. Oh, I love it. Jason Bell, member for 2 whole years, top man. Jason, fan show member as well. Really do appreciate it. And he says, did anyone else think we looked more solid defensively than we did under the past 3 defensive managers? We did, Jason, and I think it's a complicated answer, that one, right? Because yes, we don't invite maybe as much pressure. We don't invite as much pressure on us. I think that does play a factor. But the fact that we have a better midfield in front of it, and also we just have better personnel to pick from. Look at the guys that we used to have and the mistakes that they would make. Even when we did invite pressure on ourselves, you were watching Dyer just let, crosses go straight over his head to to a striker just, right behind him that he could have easily mopped up for. We look at Sanchez slipping and falling and tripping over himself. Any chance that he gets leads to goals, being conceded. How often had we still, conceded goals from set pieces because it felt like Lloris as well as other center backs didn't really do a good job enough of sort of commanding the area and sort of defending it well enough. Also, too, look at the fullbacks that we used to have. They were dreadful in possession and pretty much dreadful defensively as well. They kind of weren't good at either or. And we also had that to deal with. So I think a lot of it has to do with Ange, of course. It has to do with Ange and also making the brave decisions that maybe previous managers didn't. I mean, I'll be honest. Conte did not get rid of an Eric Dyer when he possibly had the chance to drop an Eric Dyer at some stage. He kept playing him, just kept playing him and kept playing him to his own detriment, I think. And that kind of ultimately got him probably the sack. But you look at maybe Ange, he's had the bravery to play, these other guys. But I'll just quickly, as an asterisk, he has had guys to pick from that maybe the previous managers didn't have to pick from. And that's maybe just something that I would mention in both fullback areas, goalkeeper, as well as that center back.
I do just want to come in on the back of this chat because I'm starting to see this a lot lately where we're aiming digs at Conte and Jose Mourinho. And we're aiming digs at the wrong guys. And we need to realise it's what they had to pick from. Who do you want them to pick? Harry Houdini? They didn't have the players to pick from, so they tried to do the best with what they've had. The problem wasn't them. The problem was the quality of the players they've had to work with. When they've had quality players to work with, they've shown that they're capable managers. However, these players have not shown they're capable footballers ever. And that's the difference. It's the quality of players. We cannot get that. We cannot lose that, because I don't want Spurs fans to ever accept what we've had to over the last 3 to 4 years, where we've been making excuses to find reasons to keep guys around, make excuses for them making mistakes, this, that, and the other. And they just didn't stand up to anything, despite all the excuses and the love and the adulation they got. They went out and let us down the very next weekend. And we can never go back to that. And I just need to highlight it, that it's the players and the quality of the players you need to focus on, and not the managers we've had previously.
A point. So it's just our opinion, Jason. I just think maybe, the previous managers just didn't have that personnel to pick from. And also 2 whole years of service, Jason. Thank you, my man. Really top, man. Really appreciate the long support for that long as well. Just sticking by all the roller coasters, the dips, the dives, with this team. And you've stuck through it with us. Really, really appreciate you, Jason. Chris in the house. How are you holding up, Chris? Saying referee was a joke. Happy with the point. Van de Ven was my man of the match. Another mention of some love for Van de Ven. And also, I think Chris mentioned too that how was that challenge on Vicario not a red card? With the context too of Emerson's red card. I mean, Emerson's challenge on Martinelli just doesn't even it's a soft challenge in comparison to what Vicario actually received today. The challenge Vicario received today was actually soft, in my opinion, to what Emerson's red card was from last season. I think Emerson's kind of was a red card, and it was a second yellow, or was it a straight red? In Emerson's case, I think it might have been a second yellow, but I don't know. The referee today was just ridiculous, Chris. And there's so many moments of you're just scratching your head how, Spurs aren't getting the call, yet they are. So many times where he gave them, very soft and easy fouls, doesn't give it to us, all over the place.
Absolutely. Sick of the referees. Not even going to go on about it today. I don't want to take away from Tottenham's performance.
Don't want Rob Jones to be the center of attention anymore. He's trying to be. He's trying his best. Adrian Chia, Romero kept his head despite the own goal and the penalty because of Van de Ven. Listen, Adrian, of all the games to have those mistakes happen to you, those are tough. Like, to have that own goal, I don't think he did well with it. I think he definitely should have done better. But to keep his composure, to keep playing in the way that I know he can is impressive. Also considering the penalty too. I think he was unlucky with the penalty. I don't really know what he could have actually done differently. It was sort of a natural hand position. He did block it, I think, going into the goal. I'm actually curious how everybody feels about it. Was that actually a penalty or not? I'm happy to let it be a penalty. I think in the modern day it sort of was, but I don't think that's really on Romero. I think that's, something you can't really fault him for. But you could see somebody getting in their own head. You could see somebody, start to lose themselves because all these things aren't going their way. They're getting unlucky, and he didn't let that happen to him today, Adrian. He just didn't let that happen to him. I'm very impressed by that. And and great performance from Van de Ven as well.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance. And look, that's another thing we spoke about, Jack, with Romero. Everyone went for Romero's head. It's easy to pinpoint him for being too aggressive when he's the only aggressive player in the team. But, we also spoke about the benefit of the partnership, right? You have to be able to trust your partner. You have to be able to trust that he can cover you, that he has the ability to do it. You have to trust that he's going to win stuff in the air, and you have to trust him on the ball. And it was clear, Romero and Dyer didn't have that. Now we've got a partnership in there, which is absolutely huge in football, especially communication-wise, if you want to learn to keep clean sheets and not have a disjointed defence like we did last season. And I think he's definitely helped him take his game back to the level that we know he can reach, and I'd argue even better.
Callum Roke saying, "I love it. F the officials. We'll do it anyway." Exactly right, Callum. We just don't need the officials to be the center of attention. And we'll do it without them. We don't even need their help, Callum. Don't even need it. Big up to Kay in here. Good to see you, Kay. He says, "Where's Paul Merson now? That biased pundit. Come on, you Spurs. Come on to Arizarme. Love it, Kay." Also, too, right? Darren Bent was just no one could take that seriously. The fact that he just didn't put a single Spurs player into his team. And also as well, I think even last night, I was listening, I think it was like Adam something on Talk Sport. I think he's like more of an MMA kind of guy, and he should probably stick to it considering his opinions on the Spurs team. But he also as well like made some case for, no Spurs players getting into a combined 11. And then he said he would take Ange though over Arteta. And I was like, I just can't even understand this. I was like, you have all the love in the world for Ange, yet you don't have a single appreciation for any Spurs player in that team. It's just, I didn't get it. All of them are in the mud tonight, Kay. All of them. Dark Sun G as well saying, "I love how the team cheered on Cootie after his two unlucky moments." I didn't even see that, actually, Dark Sun G. Did not even see that. And also him getting even the armband also just shows the confidence, right? Madison and Sonny taken off the pitch. Sonny, too, had a great game, in my opinion, taken off the pitch. Had to give the armband up. Would probably have given it to Madison if Madison wasn't taken off. Instead, it's just Cootie left. He was the last representation of that leadership group, and Cootie saw out that point. He saw it out, and he was able to get us over the line there, and it's impressive without his other leaders around him. He had to be the man people look to. He had to be the one they relied upon, and he did it tonight, Dark Sun G. Absolutely. Yeah. And as well, he's saying we also are still scoring plus 2 goals per game. I think the scoring was actually just one of the games where we might have created fewer chances than we usually do. And also think about it, Brennan Johnson, once again, I hope he's able to recover, but he should have had a goal today, Dark Sun G. Really should have. There was 2 chances you would say that definitely should have ended up in the back of the net. Might have been another that I'm missing or thinking about that we could have done better with, but I would say Spurs on the day earned their goals. The 2 goals we did score were great goals. Sonny's was spectacular, I would say. Don't think a lot of people expected him to really finish that. But the second one, well earned for Madison. And then you think about some of the other chances that we're able to create. Had we done a little bit better, I think we absolutely deserved our 2 goals today.
Yeah, absolutely deserved it. Absolutely deserved it, 100%. And look, Brennan Johnson had one at the start of the game, didn't he? And then, one that Ray saved off the line, which if he would have made a cleaner contact, that would have been in the back of the net. And look, you could have been talking about a complete different performance from Brennan Johnson today. I thought ultimately going forward, even on some of the breakaways, I thought he left me a little bit disappointed, if you want me to be brutally honest. I do. I want to see a bit more from the kid. I'm not going to sit here just because we got a result today and pretend I didn't like what I saw. I didn't.
Yeah. Definitely. And Callum, we're going to get to it, my friend. We're trying our best here. We're just trying to get through some of the
Yeah.
others from earlier, my friend Callum. I'm trying my best here. Big up to you, my friend. Thanks for tuning in as well, Callum. We're going to get to you, I promise. But also as well, I think it was Dark Sun G saying, I love how or he also said, or Tyler saying, sorry, Tyler celebrating 16 months. Top man, Tyler. Over a year now that you've been with us, Big T.
Wow.
And he says, a bit disappointed with the draw. The winner was brewing. I think Sun should have stayed on, but overall, I'm very happy. How was Nketiah not sent off after that ref? Ref, shake my head. Tyler, he's conflicted, right? He's feeling really happy, but he's like, God, could we have gone? Could we have stolen the day? What would you say to Tyler, Dave? Should you just tell him, relax now, enjoy the rest of your day, or you kind of agree with him? Maybe there was, that you still left a little bit wanting.
Look, I suppose it does leave you a small bit wanting, because I thought the second half we could have took the game to them a little bit more. I thought we had a good spell of dominance in the second half. But look, Tyler, in football, right, you get decisions given against you out of nowhere. That's what makes it a beautiful game. Sometimes you don't get what you deserve. And the fact that we've given away the penalty, we went down twice to two sort of unfortunate goals, and the fact that we showed the character and the mentality to come back is what you should be taking the pride in. We have to understand, yes, as disappointed maybe as I am not to win it, I'm absolutely elated with the draw. This is a place that we go and we get battered. We've won twice in our last 32 games at their place. Twice. So to come out with a result and the manner of it to fight back when, like loads of people are saying, right, you're up against 12 men, including, the whole Arsenal team and the referee, and we still overcome it, and for me, I take pride in that, Tyler. I do take pride in it. Do not be disappointed. It's a great result. For them, you go and watch all their channels later on. They'll all be arguing amongst each other. Why? Because they'll be frustrated and they'll feel like it's a loss and a missed opportunity. We get the better result here today. Make no mistakes about that.
You won't be seeing Spurs fans tearing each other apart. And after this one, you'll be seeing that with the Arsenal.
But I hope not.
I hope not too, but you never know. But definitely the case with Arsenal, Tyler, for sure. And also 16 months, my man. Really appreciate your support. Thanks for joining our community, Tyler. Everybody loves you, my man. And Neo Rodrigo, love the name. Let's not forget that they got a lucky own goal and questionable penalty. They never scored from open play in the game. I hear Arsenal's fans saying we deserved the win. Wow. That is kind of shocking to hear. I feel like they would just be disappointed. I wouldn't feel like they would say that Spurs destroyed them. Like, I wouldn't expect them to say anything like that, right? But for them to say that they deserved the win, deserved 3 points. I mean, after all the chances the referee was giving them to try to get back into it, also to take any of the sting out of the game, as well. Two, it felt like you look at maybe Romero's kind of moments today. You normally don't see that from Romero. Very, very lucky. You don't get that from him every week. And so they are actually lucky that he did give them those moments. You think about it, right? They probably should, have they should definitely retract that for sure, Neo. But yeah, I think they did very lucky on the day for them. Spurs, I think, earned the draw. I mean, I'd like to say that we could have gotten 3 points. Did we really earn all 3 points? Probably, maybe more than Arsenal did. But it's a North London derby, and it's hard to really get everything that you want and everything that you deserve. So I'm happy to take the point. Absolutely happy to. And they're lucky. They're definitely lucky. And, I don't think Romero would have those moments in the next North London derby.
I think that's an absolutely crucial thing to take away from that. The fact that they didn't score from open play, Jack. We've seen them do that before against us, right? They've done it, last year, time and time again against us. And that's absolutely something that we can take away from it. Look, going our way on another day, that Romero deflection goes out for a corner. That handball, it doesn't happen. It doesn't fall to Benjamin White like that. So I think it's absolutely a good point we need to take away from that. Enio Rodrigo, my man. The fact that we didn't get broken down from open play, and that's what many Arsenal fans thought was going to happen. They thought they were going to stop our Postacoglu party, and they didn't. And we've done very well to contain them. A bit of luck, we come out of there with 3 points.
Dark Sun G says, no manager curse for Ange. He's got a hard 4 points. Very hard earned. And also, no manager curse, but this guy, he just seems to ride past it. He just basically ignores it, just, acts like it doesn't even exist. Absolutely crazy. I mean, for Ange, because it definitely felt like a real thing at one stage. It really, I was convinced it was real, Dark Sun G, and he's once again, proved plenty of us wrong. He also said, now we can go in with confidence versus Liverpool. Come on, you Spurs. Exactly. We can ride this momentum into the Liverpool game. And I actually said I would have taken 3 points in either game. Like, I would have taken 3 points against Liverpool, or I would have taken 3 points against Arsenal. Now is really an opportunity to gather 4 points here. If we could get 4 points, I'd be absolutely over the moon, Dark Sun G. Liverpool do look like a tough test as well, though. Maybe even a tougher test than Arsenal, because they offer a lot going forward. They're, high intensity, just like us. But are we playing at home, I think, for that one? Is that right? They're coming over to us. So I could see Spurs fans really getting behind this game, knowing how unlucky we've been against them in the past. They're actually a similar team in that we played really well against them in the past, and then we just somehow get really unlucky. We don't get the points that we deserve. So I could see Spurs fans really getting behind that one. I hope we get all 3, Dark Sun G. We're riding that momentum.
That's a big one for him, right? His father's a Liverpool fan, so
that's right.
The black and white's in the house, Jacko.
That's right, the derby. That's right, big one for you. 2 derbies in a row, Dark Sun G. He also says, remember the 2 seasons after international break? We always lost 3 games after that. Not with Ange Ball. He did what Conte and Nuno couldn't do. Come on, you Spurs. Often it felt like we would get really unlucky over the international breaks with injuries, but even if we didn't have any big injuries of any kind, or just felt like Spurs would just be so slow at the gates. And we also would have some pretty bad defeats, either going into an international break and often even leaving an international break, kind of getting back into regular play. We would receive a pretty bad defeat. He's right, I think, Dark Sun G. This used to be something Spurs would have to go through. We used to never come back from international breaks this strong. Do you also feel like you were a little worried, Dave, international break killing the momentum going into a North London derby, Sheffield United? You kind of wish that you didn't have that international break, to be honest. It probably left us more nervous.
Look, I'll be honest, it would have been ideal to have it maybe after the Arsenal-Liverpool game, right? Sort of defuse a little, after such a tough period. But look, we've shown now nothing affects us, We've got a steely mentality. All these curses, hoodoos and everything else in years gone by, people have been afraid of it at the club. We got a manager now who doesn't bother with any of that shit. You've got players who actually look at them records and want to break them. And that's exactly what's happening now, my man. All them records and everything else, forget about them now. We're the real deal. We've got that steely-like mentality. And the only reason why them records come about is if you don't have a good mentality. And we haven't had that around the place. And Ange Postecoglou has completely changed that. Everyone now has that mentality. Absolutely everyone.
Everyone has it, Dark Sun G. Franco Martini celebrating 15 months as a Flat Cap member. Franco Martini, one of the better names in the Flat Cap army as well. Only 2 players started this fixture last season, and they've come out as better than the previous, guys have. Look at all the players that didn't play in this game that had so much experience in these North London derbies. Hugo Lloris, Ben Davies, Harry Kane, plenty of guys that, ended up not getting the points that we needed, that were huge players in these games, that had a lot of experience. Sonny is the only player that is probably from that old era of, numerous North London derbies. And he's now the new hero. He's also had probably the context of, previous defeats, that he's seen, kind of undo us and unravel us. And he's done well today. I think Sonny, as well as the new players, Franco Martini, they've shown that they have the right mentality. And while we did admit that they were going to go into it nervous, that they were going to probably see no one's going to be able to prepare themselves perfectly for this sort of occasion. If you've never done it before, it is going to be overwhelming. It is going to be intimidating, but they handled themselves. They held their nerve.
Absolutely. And that's all you can ask for. It's all you can ask for. And it'd be interesting to see how far we can take this. So far, we haven't been fazed by anything.
And then Dark Sun G says, Ange did what no manager did, a win versus Man United and a draw today. Didn't even know that was the case. Man United, also another team, right? Always felt like just never showed up, it feels like, with Man United. Even I wouldn't even say it's the case with Liverpool, where we were just unlucky. Man United, most of the time, we just don't really show up. And we did that time. And also, too, this game today, showed up, stood up, counted for, got the result that we wanted. And I feel like potentially deserve more. But it's just a day you have to feel proud, and it's just a different feeling, Dark Sun G, for sure, with this team. Just a far different feeling.
Yeah.
Big up to you, my man. And then Callum. Here we are, my friend. He says, I was leading the Olays for our passes in the second half. They got an O goal and a pen. Woolwich wasters. I'm going to cook their mucky YouTubers. We should have finished them. To be honest, Callum, too, right? The Olays that even Arsenal fans do really annoy the hell out of me, because I've seen them be 1-0 up with like 6 minutes into a game, and they're already, singing the Olays, for every pass after only being 1-0 up, like in 6 minutes into a game. I mean, you actually had at least some respect, to wait till the second half, but I absolutely love that you're giving it to them large. And yeah, they got lucky with those own goal. And I think the penalty, again, I'll sort of be fair, and I feel like it was a pen, but a lot of people think it was unfair or unlucky or lucky for them. So I'll take a second look at it. And I'm glad that, Callum, you're going to be spreading the win, spreading the the hate, or he's giving it large to everybody, Dave, throughout the YouTube. Good to see.
It's my type of fan, Jack. My type of fan. Stand up there, give it large. It's what football's all about, right? Being proud of your team, backing your team, being loud and obnoxious. Look, don't get me wrong. I hate when Arsenal do it. I can't stand it. But they got what was coming to them, right? They thought they were gonna hammer us. It didn't happen. So, Callum, I'm with you, my man. As soon as I'm finished here this evening, first thing I'm doing is I'm going on Arsenal channels. I'm going in there to wind them up. I love doing it. What was it when the game they dropped points this season against Fulham? Straight in there. Because to be honest, right, the last 3-4 years I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to enjoy it because they've been on one path, we've been on another. But now my favorite pastimes is back. Going and winding up and trolling Arsenal fans. It started last night. They bookmarked my tweets. They're waiting to pounce today. They were waiting to clip me up, myself and Jack, and absolutely embarrass us. Well, clip this.
Oh, Callum, absolute legend, my man, absolute legend. And I do love the fact that you've reminded me of how annoyed I get with the Olays actually from their fan base. They really do piss me off with that. And I just really appreciate your support, my man. And thanks for coming in here and giving it to them large.
He's getting me riled up in my evening, Jack. He's getting me riled up.
Set forth, Callum, and cause them terror, my friend. Set forth. Go on, my friend. Go on. I release you. Big up to you. Really appreciate it, my man. Vandal Ross, just to thank you guys. Your content is awesome. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you to you, Vandal, my friend. Thanks for being a member as well. Everybody that's a member, we are very thankful to, because it does help out this channel a lot. It's just a terrific way to get more involved, in this tight community that we have here. But also, it is a great way just to keep this channel moving, keep this channel pumping, and help us sort of improve, because it is a great way to support us in kind of whatever way that you can. And Vandal, appreciate you, my man, and thanks for the extra donation as well. But also, just thanks for joining us on match day. I know there's so many places that you could go, for the North London Derby, and any of you that chose to spend it with us, we are really thankful for that as well. Any of you guys that chose to spend the North London Derby with us.
Legends. And also, after this, we do have a post-match show coming as well. We've got some nice songs from Spurs Song Sheet to play. If you want to continue on the vibes and love Tottenham, it'd be great.
And Long Jeezy, love the name. Does anyone else find Arteta extremely unlikable? I mean, Long Jeezy, how long has it taken you? I'm curious how long you felt this way. Everybody finds him extremely unlikable from the beginning, even before, that last season where he actually, had a decent season. I think he was already unlikable before that. I think his touchline antics are ridiculous. I'm really shocked that he hasn't been given more sort of like touchline bans and more kind of actions. He seems to be the most relentless of any manager on the sidelines. He's far too annoying. And also as well, it just, I don't know, it just his interviews, his demeanor, he's just weird. I think he's a weird guy too. Like, I think he's unlikable, but he's also just a weird guy. His interviews I find really strange at times. His metaphors when you don't even need a metaphor. Just the weird sort of phrasing and just kind of logic that he thinks sounds really smart, but really isn't. I just find him to be a strange guy. Not even unlikable, just genuinely strange person.
He's just a whiny, weak weirdo. That's all he is, Jack. He just cries when he wants, thinks he can stand outside his, technical area, making fun of referees and everything else. You know, look, Oidberg put him back in his box. About time referees started to stand up for themselves as well and go over and tell him to put him back in his box. Look, I'm sick of him. I can't wait for the Premier League to get rid of him. He just whines all the time. You know, doing all these light bulb stuff. You know, honestly, Thomas Edison would be rolling in his grave if he heard, what Arteta has to say about light bulbs. And then, you also look at, what was it, the speakers bringing them out on the training pitch. And he's just an embarrassment. Honestly, he's an embarrassment to the league. When the Premier League just going to stand up and say, look, get this mop out of here, please.
I'm not sure, just quickly, big up Long Jeezy, but Neil Shafton, is this your attempt at, a Jason Cundy? Because he goes like, where is Eagle? I think he's done like a version of that there. He says, Eagle, Arsenal fans, where are you? Neil Shafton, send me in recording your best Jason Cundy impression, for the Arsenal fans. We need that in there. And hopefully, maybe our own Jamie O'Hara can actually represent us for once and actually do that over to the Arsenal, maybe on the Talk Sport this evening. Pick up to you, Neil Shafton. Dave's looking out for them. He's going to try to find them, see where he went. But yeah, every Gunner's a runner. Once again, running away from us ahead of this North London derby. But we'll find them. We'll log them in. We'll bring them back in here, and we'll see what they have to answer to. Big up, my man. Dark Sun G says, we've come a long way from where we walked versus the Blues in 2020 for a derby. And when you were, saying we've come a long way from when we walked versus the Blues in 2020 for a derby, and when you were raging at our players not caring for us and the badge. That is no more. I think he's talking to you maybe specifically, Dave. Maybe you walked out in a game versus Chelsea in 2020. We've come a long way from when we walked versus the Blues in 2020. Oh, the game where the video, remember that video from where their Spurs players were just walking? Remember there was that video where under Tuchel, like the Chelsea were under Tuchel at the time. I think we had Conte or Jose, I forget, but they were just walking around the pitch, and it was just showing like the Spurs players just being passed around, and they weren't even like moving or even giving a shit at all or any sort of, any sort of effort of any kind. I think that's what he's referring to. And then also we had a lot of derby losses, right? We had so many London derby defeats in those years as well, Dark Sun G. If that's what you're referring to, you're absolutely spot on. And yeah, we were all raging, absolutely raging. So many players who just showed no care for the badge, and that's very different now.
Yeah, he's absolutely spot on. And this is what I used to drive me nuts, Jack. You go into these derby games, no pressure on the ball, pulling out of tackles, can't string two passes together, being beaten up and surrendered. And when that's happening to you, you've got two options. You stand up and be counted, or you crumble and you flake. And that's exactly what we were doing, crumbling and flaking. And it used to drive me absolutely insane, because if you're not going to put it in a derby game, you ain't going to put it in any other game. And it's that simple. If you cannot get up for a derby game, forget about it. And that's what used to drive me
Shouldn't
mad.
be wearing the shirt.
Exactly, Jack. And it was the leadership group, right? You had a leadership group who could barely keep their place in the starting 11, who many Spurs fans wanted to replace. And what they were doing was just trying to keep on to their job at Tottenham. They didn't care about the club or the performances or the results on the pitch. And look, let's be honest, it's very easy for a footballer to come out and say, it does affect me, I do care. But words don't mean anything to me, to the press. I look at actions, and we weren't seeing it from the guys in terms of true actions. And there's nothing worse than going into derby games against rivals and being turned over and showing no fight, especially as a fan, because there's nothing you can do to influence the proceedings. As much as you want to, there's nothing you can do, and it hurts 10 times. And they didn't care about us. Anytime Spurs fans spoke out about players, shut up, this, that, and the other, excuses. And I had enough of it, and we don't have that anymore. Now we've got one team all together. Sun comes out this week, says we're going in there to give it hell. Ange Postecoglou the same time, Romero the same thing. And that's the sort of stuff I want to hear going into games. No excuses, blaming crowds, pitch, the weather, referee, etc. I've heard it all down the years. And thank God that culture is ridded out of our football club. And now we've got a new culture that we can get behind going forward. And everyone's having a party now, and that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. Absolutely. And he also says, I love how Sar, Kuti, and Basuma didn't even get sent off. They showed so much composure, Dark Sunji, to not do that. Also, think about Udogi, too. Udogi was on a yellow card for the majority of that game, and he didn't get sent off. A lot of composure there, right, to show some sort of kind of restraint, as well as also not, sagging off too much, because if you get a yellow card, you do run the risk of, letting your winger run at you a bit too much. So he did a good job finding that balance of being aggressive, not too aggressive, not, lunging into anything that would be a silly challenge. It was really clever on the day. And Sar, Basuma, Romero, I absolutely would say the same thing about. I think even Sar, had actually a very good sort of tactical yellow card where he saw a bunch of Spurs players being taken out, and he saw a bunch of Spurs players not being given the call. Arsenal from that, had an opportunity to sort of lead an attack. And Sar took one for the team and ended up taking out, one of their players. And I thought that was terrific play from him, actually, because that was, again, a chance that maybe the referee was trying to sort of fasten for Arsenal, where he didn't give us anything. And then it led to a break for Arsenal. Sar was having none of it, cleaned it up for us and took one for the team. Really good moment from him. A lot of maturity on his shoulders.
And that's another thing, right? We didn't see that in years gone by. Players that get tackled and there'd be other opposition players standing over us. No one else would run in or do anything like that. You see Papa Matt size, okay, I'll just grab Jesus by the neck and put him down. No problem. I love that. Sometimes in games like that, I know a lot of people maybe don't like the physicality or smashing people, but let's be honest, right? It's a contact sport. It's always been a part of the game. And sometimes if someone's going to do something to you and the referee ain't going to do anything about it, sometimes you have to exact retribution just to say, hang on here a minute, you ain't going to do that today, kid. And that's what we've done, and I like to see it.
Yeah, absolutely love to see it. And then Dark Sun G lastly says, this team makes me proud. Without Kane, we have scored 15 goals. This team does make me proud. It's been a long time since I've been proud about I love being a Spurs fan. I love being a Spurs fan, Dark Sun G, but it's been very few and far between, or whatever. True. And in the case of us scoring as many goals as we have, we did need, though, Dark Sun G, to keep Sonny at all costs. If we're letting Kane go, right, you need to keep somebody that has that sort of world-class finishing ability in him. Because think about it today. If we didn't have a Sonny on the pitch, you don't think that goal that he scored to get us the equalizer happens. That first goal right there, only Kane or Sonny score those goals for us in the past. It was such a crazy finish, really. The way he also tucked it in off the post, is unstoppable. Raya was rooted to the spot. He also he finished it around like 3 players were diving in on him too. And it's just, and you think about it, right? We need to have Sonny fit at all costs, because he is the most ruthless goal scorer in our team, one of the most ruthless goal scorers in the Premier League. And we have great players around him, but they're not as ruthless as he is. Like, he takes his chances, and we need to have somebody like that around. And we've lost Harry Kane, who was another guy like that. And so I would say is more emphasis now on keeping Sonny healthy and keeping Sonny in whatever position that best suits him, because you think about it, you don't want to always cater too much to a certain player, but Sonny is the best finisher in this team. He is the guy that's most likely to get to 20 plus goals in this whole squad. So you have to find a way to give him as many chances as you can, because he will take them. Whereas other players, not as much. Richarlison, for example, might not take all of his chances. Brennan Johnson, not going to take all of his chances. Kulusevski, not going to take all of his chances. Sonny will. And that's why you have to have a guy like him in the team. If you are to lose a Harry Kane, you have to keep somebody like Sonny in the team.
Absolutely spot on, Jack. I think you make a very valuable point there. You have to try and keep him fit and protect him. Same with James Maddison as well. I thought once he came off, I think if he would have stayed on, I think maybe we would have nicked that game. Without him there, we sort of lacked that final sort of ball, that final penetration. So they're the 2 players. I think you make a great point, Jack. We have to look out for them. We have to keep safe. Look, hopefully Maddison isn't carrying anything. But you're right about Sonny. Absolutely clinical, deadly. And if you lose him,
some of those goals don't go in. It's just that's it. It's just that goal. Some of those goals we scored in the past or today just don't go in.
You're absolutely spot on, Jacko. Absolutely spot on. But look, Jack, there's a comment here I like, and then we'll end off and we'll start getting prepared for all the other content that we're going to make. But Gavin Pearson says Spurs fans need to keep their feet on the ground. We've not played any top sides yet. Laughing emoji. Come on, you Spurs! Absolutely love it.
The quality,
Absolutely.
absolutely quality.
But look,
definitely for sure.
I want to say to everyone out there.
Take us home.
Yeah, I want to say to everyone out there, first of all, thank you very much for tuning in for the pre-match show. Hopefully you enjoyed all the Spurs songs at the end to get you pumped up for the game. I promised you we wouldn't lose this weekend, and that's why I fronted it with chest. We haven't. And I would say to people, I know not everyone's going to come back for the post-match show. I get it. But we will have music and, Spurs songs being played for you and all, so you can sort of enjoy yourself as well while we go along with it. But massive thank you to all of you guys. And look, go off and celebrate it. Deserve it. Don't get too hung up on us not taking all 3 points. This is a great step in the right direction. The whole world had us down to be beaten today and for the Ange roller coaster to come to a halt. Well, that roller coaster is still firmly on the tracks and we're still fucking partying. And you know what? North London is white tonight. It's a better result for us. And just fair play to the lads. Very proud. Let's keep this moving on into next week with another big game coming back up against Liverpool. These are the times we have pined for the last 3 to 4 years, going into games with things on the line. And with Liverpool, the title race is very much on the line. Embrace it. We'll see you all back here later on. Jacko, really enjoyed your company today, my man. Thank you very much, sir.
North London derby. Finally, Dave, that you and I can celebrate together in some actual happiness. You and I have had to go through some tough ones in the past, sitting together. And this time around, we're on cloud 9, feeling so much better. Come on, the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Let's keep riding this Ange train. Keep happy clapping, everybody. Ange has definitely given you the license to. He's definitely given you more of a license to after this result today. Do check out all the content that we have later, please. And also all of you members, do check out some of Dave and I's post-match thoughts as well, exclusively to you all. And we will be seeing ya. Come on, you Spurs!
In the big Ange we trust. We never stop. Come on!
Woo!
Woo!